Well. We are back with another episode of First Touch. We're approaching the final North American Regional event, or NA Qualifier 3, as I should say, and things are about to start to get spicy. Dazrin, Roll Diz, and TBates here. Gentlemen, how are we doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Got my cup of coffee. Trying to get up. Trying to get active. I know. There's. We were busy this past weekend with EU showing another representation of why they're more than likely the top two teams in the world during that grand finals. But yeah, NA's got a blast back this weekend. How we doing, Bates?
At the moment, I'm trying to figure out how to get my camera to focus on me and not the mic. It's not working, I think. I've been struggling with this past 3 weeks. All I do is move the little dial around. It's not working, but it's okay. It's just implicative or indicative of my lack of technological ability and skill and ability. That's fine, though, because you know what I don't lack in? The ability to talk. I do that quite excellently. So much so that I'm the First Touch podcast right here. I'm about to educate everybody on whatever heck we're about to talk about today. I'm just very excited. Great energy. And I'm just ready to go.
Okay, cool. Listen, I mean, I feel like the mic being focused is kind of like symbolism in some way. We could take it as that. Raul, real quick, man, what are you doing with the hair, man?
I need a haircut. That's first and foremost. I've been since I moved to Dallas. I'm trying to figure out what a good barber is. So I don't know if anybody's in the area, but you got an ethnic. I need some ethnic. A barber
What?
to style my hair, and yeah, I need that. So
You're in Dallas.
yeah, I know. What?
There should be. What he's saying is there should be somebody that can do your hair.
Oh yeah, I know, but I
Oh.
haven't been looking.
Oh, maybe we should probably put him on with that guy that cut our hair
in
when we
Fort
went to
Worth?
Worlds. Yeah.
Nah, he's not. That's not who he's looking for.
Oh. Are you getting your hair cut or are you gonna braid it?
I'm getting trimmed. Like my hair trimmed. Yeah. It's too long right now. I need it tamed. It's too much.
Okay. Alright. Well, I know we have people here, but I don't think anybody here is able to do their hair. Even Rome's in the chat. LOL, Dallas got hella barbers.
That's what I'm
Wait,
saying.
can I say that on stream? I don't know if I can say that on stream. Rome, be careful. All right, Bates.
Why is Rome gotta be careful when it's you gotta be careful?
It's you.
You gotta be careful. Rome's fine. He can say whatever he wants. Well, he can't say whatever you want in chat.
Yeah, that's right.
You say something crazy in chat. Terry's gonna come by. He's gonna give you the band hammer.
Look, I'm trying to get the chat interaction up. Okay,
but you can't just say whatever you want on this stream. That's what you can't do.
on me.
Wait, do you have a heart pillow behind you?
Nah, it's not a heart pillow.
What is that red thing behind you?
It's a red silk pillow case.
Oh, where'd you get that?
I've had it for a while. I came with my sheets. My sheets are also silk red.
How long is a while?
At least a year.
Oh man, how have I not noticed this?
Yeah, I haven't noticed it either. So
I'm
checking the talking about my room.
I'm checking the VODs. I don't know, something ain't adding up right there.
You'll see it in the VODs.
It's kind of glaring. It's just the contrast between blue and red. It's just there. Like you can't miss it. And I feel like my eyesight is pretty good with the glasses, so now I'm a little confused. But I'm gonna let it slide for now. Even Raul said he hasn't seen it either. So now I'm just saying,
it's just popping out right now.
It's just popping out right now.
It's definitely been there for a very long time. I like the pillow.
Maybe you change your camera angle.
I have been messing around with it a little bit, so it could be something like that. It could be something like that.
The red pillow wasn't there on my eyesight before. I know that much.
Red pillow. Chat. I need y'all to figure all that stuff out, get together. Listen, we got a good show for you guys today. We're going to talk about Karmi Corp. Of course, they're going back to back. There's a lot of back to backs happening. We're going to hit on that. We're going to hit on Vitality as well. There were some comments last week about Vitality's performance, and this week, kind of their performance was not really that great. So we're going to hit on that a little bit, expand on that. We have a special guest joining the show. Rise is going to be joining the show today. We also are going to talk about EU. What's going on with EU? Talk about the EXO interview a little bit. MENA versus Sam. First touch top 10 is back. We're going to hit that up again. We're going to talk major scenarios, NA, G2, all the other teams that are going to be qualifying for the majors this weekend. A lot to chat about for sure. So you're going to want to make sure you guys keep it locked in for the whole show. We're going to hit on everything. First things first, let's talk about what I like to call the system. Karmi Corp. They go back to back in the EU's regional split. The system, that's right. because the way they play to me is just like a system. I mean, when you watch it, it just looks absolutely beautiful. But first, let's take a look at the Swiss stage here. K-Corp went 0-3 in the Swiss. Now, we're not going to hit on the Swiss too much here. A big thing you got to focus on is their matchups. They played Gentlemates round 1. They played Vitality round 2. They played Magnifico round 3, and that's how they made it through. How did they get to the bracket? Let's take a look at that, because the Swiss did start getting crazy, as you can see. Like I said, we'll touch on that a little bit later. Where's the bracket? This threw me off. I was expecting the bracket. I didn't expect to come back to us.
Come back and staring at our faces.
But
technical difficulties on the bracket. Why don't you just talk to people about
it? Technical difficulties on the bracket. K-Corp's bracket, I believe they had Gentlemates. No, they had Vitality in the top 8. And my goodness, they absolutely cooked that one up. That one was it was a crazy series. Just showing that domination. They went on to the round afterwards, and I believe they ended up playing against Magnifico again. They handled business there, and then they played against BES with a very, very electric series. I ended up watching that again last night on stream. It was absolute. It was wild. Let's actually take a look at some of those clips too, while we talk about this matchup in particular, because a lot of people are saying this is the matchup of the season almost. They're kind of comparing it to maybe the Gentleman series earlier, but I mean, Raul, you watched this here. What did you think about K-Corp BDS?
I think we got blessed the first time around. Remember, this happened in week 1 of the first qualifiers, and we got blessed, and we didn't realize what was actually happening. People were claiming this was the best region in EU because all top 4 were France, the French team, the most dominant teams in the region. And so we were speculating, were these the top 4 teams? Well, these are the top 2 teams in the world, in my opinion. And they kind of proved it again. We got another classic matchup. I hope this is a rivalry, or at least a matchup that we're going to continue to see in the near future. We have Rise looking like the most inconsistent player in this series, which is actually so surprising to me, because Rise always seems to step up. But I knew as soon as they took it to that game 6 and BDS didn't close it out in that game 6, it was going to 7. And with Rise and Vatira going to game 7s notoriously on their former rosters together, I knew they were going to take this victory, but it was so back and forth.
Talk about Rise being inconsistent. He got 2 bumps there too to set up the play. I mean, yeah, it may not have been perfect. Definitely was some mistakes. I mean, you see Addo, he's falling up there off the crossbar there. And but I think even then, it goes to show you the level of execution that has to be on at all times for all of these players, because the way that they're playing demands you to have that. If you like, the micro is just as important, and everybody can control the ball really well, and we saw that over the course of the series. But it just came down to, like I said, a couple opportunities. BDS, I mean, they really showed their stuff. A lot of people were concerned because of the reverse sweep that we saw last time that they played K-Corp, but this time, I mean, they really showed what they had to do. And a lot of people had questions about players like Exotic, Drolly. I mean, they showed up. They showed out Bates.
Good players, man. Good players, good teams. Good pass right there by Addo. A give and go action from Big Finland right back to him. BDS, they were in danger getting swept right there, but they ended up clutching up. Not swept, they going down 3-0, and at that point, they might as well get swept. But they had some good shots, some good plays from both squads. It was a great matchup. I'm not one who lives in this. Every series I see is the best series I've seen since the last series I've seen, which was the week prior. So I don't know about all these people saying it's one of the best series of all time. It's just a good series. It's a great series between 2 great squads trying to fill each other out, trying to see where they're at. And you really just like to see how BDS bounced back from getting reversed up by this Karmine Corp team 2 weeks prior. But ultimately, they probably should close it out again, because they went up 3-2 in this series. Went up 3-2 in this series, and then they still couldn't beat them. So that's something that they're going to have to work on. Karmine Corp, and then they're proving that, and when they're up, they can win, but also when they're down, they can win as well, which is a real testament to how good they are, champions and everything else in between. You want to see that BDS team, you want to see them get that clutch gene, especially when they move on to game 6 here, and they'll be up 3-2 in the series.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things I liked is you're right? They come out with this game win, and you're wondering, okay, K-Corp now, they're playing from behind.
Oh, free jump.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, good block.
That block was great. Exotic is there for the follow, but I mean, that offensive output was solid. You lose that game, then you come into this next one, And Karmi Corp still stick with their guns. They forced that game 7, but then game 7 is really
I
where it
remember
came
this.
down to. Yep.
But look at the quality of the goals right now, though. Because both of those goals, wait, what the heck? It went from game 6 back to, but our goal was great. That goal was great by Vati. That goal was great. But we saw the game 7, went back to game 6. It was a little ooh la la. They wanted to show the really good goals. Oh, wait, hold on. I'll talk about the quality in a second. Oh, that's a good pass. What happened right here in
Great fake by
overtime? I
Monkey
forgot.
Moon.
Oh, yeah, it was the
Patel,
ceiling.
And
He got bumped on the back end?
Off the ceiling.
He got bumped in the back corner.
Yep.
Wait,
But-
who? What you talking
Somebody
about?
on the ground right there. Somebody bumped.
Exotic was getting bumped by Vatira.
Yes, he bumped him on the back end, so he couldn't get up to save the shot.
Yeah.
Here's the play, y'all.
Yep. This is the bracket. Game 7 Saturday. Saturday was definitely a little bit entertaining there for Eve. I mean, the Sub Magnifico series was solid. K Corp though moved through. Gentlemates, wait, that says Gentlemates Complexity is Gentlemates Oxygen, and then semis.
Don't worry about it. Let's get the let's get the cameras back to us.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's get the cameras back to us. I want to talk about the quality of the goals. Because you see BDS, they go up 3-2 in the series. 3-2 in the series. And you saw, I think it was 4:19 left in game 6. Finley's scoring a roller. He's rolling the ball in. He's rolling the ball in. I think he caught, I think during that game, if I recall correctly, they had two people on BDS on that left-hand side of the field in K Corp's half. And then Finley just came in and took it from him. And they both looked dazed and confused. He basically rolled the ball in. Simple move, simple, easy goal. K Corp didn't have to work for that. Goals,
Right, because Monkey Moon had a challenge there where he dove because he didn't think Addo had a
that's
flip.
game 7, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about game 6. Talking about game 6. I'm about to get to game 7 though. Yeah, trust me, we on the same wavelength. So game 6, you gave up a very easy goal. A very easy goal to a team like Karmi Corp. Is gonna end up ultimately coming back to bite you. Because then you work to score again, but then all it takes is that one-on-one opportunity, and that's for any of the best teams in the world. You see Vati, he gets his one chance, he executes, he bumps out whoever was last on that play, and he's gonna end up scoring. They win that game. Then you move on to game 7. You have the pressure. You got Karmi Corp. They're working and playing excellent defense as any Vatira-led team is going to do. They're always going to be excellent on the defensive end. But then you got Monkey Moon overcommitted. Monkey Moon, of all players, you didn't see Monkey Moon overcommit 2 years ago. Now, that could be for a variety of reasons. That's a very rare mistake. I'm not going to harp on that one mistake. I'm not going to harp on that one mistake from one of the best to play the game. But it's just that in the instance you let then Karmi Corp score another easy goal. It's those simple, minute details that BDS fixes, they probably win that series. And Karmi Corp, we be having a different discussion right now. Those tiny little plays, they make all the difference. And I know that, so I'm really interested to see how BDS bounces back. I think they're getting consistently better and better each and every week, but Karmi just has that clutch gene. They're not making those tiny mistakes such as BDS is making.
Yeah, I think it is. I think these two teams are 1 and 2 in this region. Like, I think it's a small gap as long as Vitality is showing how inconsistent they're gonna continue to be. I don't know if they're ever gonna we'll get to them a little later, but so I'll talk more on that aspect of it. But I think BDS and K Corp are the closest teams in that region to one another. You pointed out Sun, Magnifico, they're fighting for that 5th place spot, and then it's just there's gaps of level in between 3, 4, 2, 1, and BDS and KC are clear.
Real
You think
quick.
it's clear, huh? Talk to me.
Go ahead.
No. Well, you said real quick. I said talk to me as in you. I don't matter. Somebody talk to me.
Okay. I was gonna say real quick for Bates.
Yeah.
We got the ops in the chat. Johnny boy. Yeah. BDS versus KC, all easy goals. Meanwhile, G2 only score quality goals.
Is rolling the ball in is an easy goal. And if G2 rolls the ball in, you will hear me say it was an easy goal.
I think there's a quick rebuttal to this. You guys had a whole clip package on the EU broadcast about how many easy goals G2 scored. So I think the proof is in the pudding in that EU broadcast that we saw. I think it goes in both regions, man.
Yeah, I mean, easy goals are everywhere. I'm not getting mad at that. And when I say easy goal, is just that you ended up rolling the ball in, but the Karmi still has to make a play. It's not. They don't have to make a play to the level that you would expect them to make the play in order to score. But that happens. That happens in any sport, any game, any region, at any time. It's those minute details that really separate a team. BDS could have won that series. Monkey Moon 9 times out of 10 doesn't dive there. That's the one time out of 10 he does that.
Hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, my point about this is like it's not really because for me the quality of goals. If we're talking about flashiness as a meter here, I think there's a reason why you don't see that much because I think that's something that is not just locked to one region. I think as the game is improving and that people are more focused on the macro, right? Space is being eliminated. And when there's less space to work with, then you start seeing the physicality go up. So, of course, there are going to be more goals that are going to be scored where because the defense is so strong, you have to be able to mess up the defense. So the demo player is going to come out. People are just trying to get the ball in the net. No matter how to get the ball in the net, they're just trying to get the ball in the net. That's where it's coming down to these days. So in terms of a quality discussion, I can understand but there were some concerning moves that were made by BDS in that particular series because I'm looking at the score line and I'm like, okay, the series, like you guys aren't down, and we're getting like more ambitious with some of the challenges. I get like eliminating space, but there were times like in that game 7 where it was 0-0. Monkey Moon goes for the challenge. Drawley is in the net, and Exotic just went up and got beat by Addo. You got to buy time. You can't go up for that because you see what happens. You get beat, and there's no reason to go all in. So that's kind of like where it comes down to in terms of mistakes there for me. But all in all, I just think it's because of the quality of play is going up now. I mean, people are experimenting with kickoff plays right now. Like everybody's trying to figure out how they can get an advantage these days. But
I'll call them it's unforced errors. I guess I won't say easy goals. It's unforced error. Unforced error. Monkey Moon didn't have to dive right there. I mean, he wanted to make a play. He didn't need to make the play. So then the Carmine doesn't score the first goal right there. You might not have to do all that work. The work that BDS put in to score that last goal, you saw it. They're cutting things off rather than shooting. I believe Exotic hit it off the wall to throw off. Who was that? Atto on the back wall? I don't remember names. It's somebody on the back wall. They need to start wearing jersey numbers, and then that'll be easier for me to remember which car is which. Somebody threw off him, and then it ultimately ended up scoring. Like that's a whole play. That amount of precision execution, it was there. It took a lot of work. It took more work than an unforced error. But regardless, though, I mean, those happen no matter what.
That's very true. Are we on the same mind? Is Karmic Corp the best team in the world right now?
I think maybe you and I are in the same boat, Daz, but I don't know about this man over here who's always repping G2. So,
what I'll say to this is that listen, I'm getting tired of these power rankings. We're gonna do a power ranking later. That's just because we consistently do them. Because me, I'm at the point where I think we just need to start putting these teams in tiers.
no, this is how you bridge the gap between.
I think we just need to start putting these teams in tiers.
This is when TBates doesn't want to solidify what a number 1 team is, so he can mesh G2 and Carmine Corp in the same bubble and put them in the same tier. This makes so much sense. He's gonna put the tier 1 is gonna be G2, BDS, and K Corp. So he doesn't have to put anybody number 1.
What you mean?
I ain't gonna lie. He read you like a book, bro.
No. Listen. He trying to read. He got through about half the page, but he forgot the other half. Cause trust me, I'm a long writer. I like to write out a lot of scripts. And listen. I'm gonna ask y'all an honest question. You say Carmine the best team in the world. How do you know that? How do you know?
Well, you don't know.
Exactly. So how you say they're the best team in the world? You don't know.
We don't know for sure, but what I see from them and judging off the history of what has happened, EU is predominantly better in their gameplay, and their style of play has been predominantly better.
The previous world championships are European in the grand finals.
Look, I'm looking at styles of play. I look over here in North America and I see more individual play, even coming out of G2. Like G2, they will pass the ball more often than we've seen previous teams with the individual talent that they have, but they still rely a lot on their individual mechanics. I look at K Corp, they're utilizing each other to create space. They don't care who has they'll take the space that they're given, but they also they'll work without they don't need as much space as North American teams need. Like that's my point. And I think North America is a lot slower than European Rocket League right now. And I think it's going to bite G2 when they face each other. I'm not saying it's not going to be close, but yeah, I just think Carmine Corp are better.
Yes, Bates, you have your hand up.
Thanks. I wanted to ask a question to Professor Diz.
Go ahead.
Professor Diz, what is the percentage breakdown if you had to go up for the Carmine versus the G2?
I'll say 55-45. Nah, realistically, I'll probably say like 60-40. I'll say
60-40. And you're saying that because EU appears to be faster.
I'm saying that because there's more teamwork on EU. Like EU utilizes each other way more than North America does.
I see. Okay, listen, I have no argument against that. I don't know. I genuinely don't know the answer to this question. That's why I'm doing tiers. That's why I'm doing tiers, because at the moment, you don't know whether Carmine really is better than G2. And you don't know it. You don't know whether BDS is better than G2. You don't know whether Vitality is better than G2. You don't know if Falcons is better than G2. You don't know G2 is better than any of these teams. G2 might be way worse than all of them. The question mark, the jury's out for Furia. Because they lost a little bit of their confidence, of their swagger all the way back when they moved over to North America. But they back down there in South America, averaging a ridiculous amount of shots per game and whooping everybody. So that's the question mark for them. Same thing with Complexity. They whooped Furia one time, and then they kept getting whooped by Furia the other two times. So how do you gauge that? Interesting. But for me, given that there's a lot of uncertainty, and given that, and I'm going to keep repeating it, the data that everybody's basing it off of, especially in terms of the NAEU context, needs to be thrown out the window. Because of the fact that G2 made a super team, and even Gen G has a really good team. They just keep getting whooped by G2. I need to see. So I will do tiers. I'll put Carmine. I'll put G2. I will put BDS. And I put Vitality all in tier 1. That's my tier 1. And then for tier 2, you can throw a whole bunch of teams in there. You can throw a whole bunch of teams in there. But I'm just talking about tier 1 is those 4. And I want to see what happens at the LAN. That's what I'm going for. I think it's impossible to rank them at the moment. It's all just off the eye test, but the eye test isn't showing me enough. I need to see what they look like when they're going up against each other.
The eye test ain't showing you enough?
Because if we're going off the statistics, G2 is the best team in the world. But I don't know if I believe that, though. I got to see him on LAN. Because G2, Carmine's lost. G2 hasn't lost yet. So I mean, if we're talking about that, I don't want to bring it up. I don't think that's strong enough. I want to see what they do against the European teams, but I also want to see what the European teams can do against G2.
And the rebuttal of that is EU always claims that they have more depth.
That's fantastic.
So G2 is playing against like champs in their eyes.
I don't care what EU claims, man. I'm about tired. They claiming everything. They claim this, that. They claim everything. I'm tired of them. They want to claim everything. Trust me. Keep claiming everything. Maybe you will. Maybe you can claim everything after Copenhagen. But until then, it's just tier 1. Tier 1, I got those 4. I might throw Falcons in there after this weekend. I have to see. So Rule 1 did almost beat them, but Rule 1 and Falcons, I do believe play first round tomorrow in the Swiss. Because Rule 1 had a bad, not bad, but they ended up dropping. So the Rule 1 also did bring Falcons all the way to game 7 of the last qualifier. So I want to see where Falcons are really at. I want to see where Rule 1's really at. I want to see what Fury and Complexity can do against one another again this weekend. But those are my 4 teams I got in tier 1 right now. Those are my 4 teams.
Okay.
You're not worried about Vitality?
We'll get into Vitality. But see, that's what I'm saying. Like we'll get into Vitality.
Look at Vitality right now.
Okay, get into Vitality then. What we doing? Can I go into my soliloquy?
If you want to, go ahead. Let me just intro the topic. Vitality goes outside in the top 8. Better than World's Vitality is what Johnny Boy said here on this broadcast a week ago. Bates, floor is yours.
Well, we can automatically just address that Johnny Boy nonsense. Johnny, I hope you can realize that that was an absolutely asinine take. That was terrible. That was the worst take you've ever said. And trust me, I would say you've had some bad takes, but somehow you end up coming out right on them. But that one right there, that one was a bad take. I think we all can agree on that. That should have never been said. They are not as good. And you can't say Carmine, yeah, they're better. They had a rise in that, so they're so good. Now, man, Tality's not moving with that same swagger, that same energy yet. They haven't figured that out yet. They haven't found that, what they had last year. That's just apparent. It's obvious. You can see it in the gameplay. You can see it in the cameras. They ain't got that sauce that they usually have. They gonna figure it out though. I believe in the world champions. They gonna figure that out. The skill's still there. The teamwork should still be there. Gotta figure out the game plan. They gotta stop getting out coached and stuff along those type of lines. But in saying Vitality, answering Raul's question, I still believe in them, man. Like I said, they had the kickoff from heaven. Had the kickoff from heaven that stopped them from being in the grand finals. How many weeks ago was that? 3? 2? 2 or 3 weeks ago. Had kickoff from heaven. Otherwise, they would have been in the grand finals. Now, you could say that based off what we've seen, they would have gotten whooped by Carmine, but I don't know. That's a question mark. Neither here nor there. They at that point, they still hadn't lost the tournament. They're playing Carmine. Carmine's better than them right now. I think that much is clear. They're not that much better than where they were. What were they scoring 7 goals a game on them? 7 goals, 6 goals in game 3, game 4.
Yep.
Something along those type of lines. They're not that much better than Carmine is not that much better than Vitality. No way. No way. That's not possible. That's not possible. Unless Zen forgot how to play, unless Alpha forgot how to play, unless Radosin forgot how to do anything. Then the real question then is the chemistry, the cohesion, the game plan, and the execution. Those are all very easy things to fix. Just takes time to re-implement. The skill's there. The confidence still there. Listen, this is because you had bad experience, because you had people who didn't want to work. They all want to work.
I don't know if the confidence still there, bro.
The confidence still there, bro.
Not what I saw on those cams. If you was watching those cams after some of them games, I don't know if the confidence is still there. I'm watching timeouts where Zen had his head in his hands, not sure what to do. I just don't. From what I'm seeing outside looking in, there's a lot of internal problems going on there. I'm not arguing with you that they forgot how to play the game. I think they know how to play the game. I think they know how to play the game well. I just think that they don't know how to play the game together right now in this time and period, which is why I don't believe that they're going to even bounce back.
Can we roll the highlights, please, between Carmine Corp and Vitality? Let's take a look at those. Thank you, Ben.
You could technically call these the EU lowlights. I'm playing.
This matchup happened Saturday. Wait, is this the... Oh, okay. It was the BDS intro, but it was Big Corp highlights. All right. First goal, roll in. Off the demo on the back end, of course.
Look at this.
I actually like this play.
You like that play?
See you later, Ratto.
Yeah, because Zen went for that corner boost. Vati went off ball, left it for Rise.
Oh, this one goal came off the ceiling, don't it?
Yeah, that was nice too.
Goal came off the
the
ceiling.
the start was okay. The start was
the best goal they had.
Look, we're in overtime, but look at this. Goal usually doesn't miss that, bro. That doesn't happen. That's just a minute. And then. Like, what we got going on here? See what I'm saying?
This is right after the timeout too.
Yeah, but see, they wanted to go for some kickoff off the timeout, but they obviously didn't communicate or something. The communication wasn't there. These are easy fixes, man. That's a very easy fix.
This game got out of hand.
They probably called out and said, hey, we're going to go for X kickoff. X kickoff, also try that, and there's a misplay. Look at this. He just shot it from all the way across the field. That's an easy fix. Another kickoff goal.
These are easier said than done, though, Bates.
Oh,
you gotta
my
understand.
Easier said than done. They're world
way
champs.
Easier said than done. Yeah, so they're expecting world championship quality of play from each other. So when they're not receiving it, you gotta understand the confidence is going to drain so quick. Their egos are through the roof after winning worlds. You leave for 6 months and come back to this? Nah, man. Like, the confidence is shattered. It's shaky.
Bro, when you're a champion, your confidence don't get shattered that fast. If that's the case, they're fraud champions, and I don't believe they're frauds. I think they're real champs. You don't go on that big of a win streak and your confidence gets shattered like that. Not a chance. You're going through a little bit of a rough patch. You gotta have your highs and you gotta have your lows in life. Right now, they're going through a valley. But best believe they're gonna figure it out though. Because these are all easy fixes, man. That's a very fortunate pinch right here. Look at all this.
Ooh, ooh,
That's just
1-2-1.
fortunate. That's a great play, but it's also a little fortunate, but you also create your own look good. I call it good play by Carmen. Good dunk by Goat, though. Good dunk by Goat, though. It's just like, I saw how many kickoff goals in the last game, 4 of them. They offering too much space in the midfield. Somebody's got a challenge. I need help. Where's my team? That's 2 plays over the midfield. They're going to look over there over the replays. Nobody had confidence. I mean, nobody had trust in, who was that? Alpha challenging right there, getting that touch. Rado jump with him. I need you to have the trust in me, baby. What's going on?
I don't trust him, baby. What's going on?
Another play. I need a challenge. Somebody go. Alpha, I need you to turn. Rado's behind you. These are easy fixes. Easy fixes. And these those won't be happening. Once again, what the heck has happened on the Vitality end? I know we're down three games.
Look, they
but
don't
somebody's
even know,
gotta
man.
go.
They don't know what's happening.
They packed it in at this
That's my
point. They packed it in at this point. They ain't want to play no more. Zen's up.
Is that a champion's mentality, Bates? Tell me. Giving up? Is that a champion's mentality? Tell me.
Listen,
Please.
if you're a champion,
No, don't. Go ahead. I actually want to hear what you're gonna say. Go ahead.
I mean, at this point, the series is over. But see,
Okay, all right.
No.
So you're giving them an excuse.
No, there's no excuse. No excuse. The series is over. You got absolutely whooped. You got whooped. Now you gotta go home. Now you gotta go to sleep. You gotta wake up the next day ready to go back to work. Another kickoff goal. What the heck's happened? What the heck is happening? It was a bad day. Champs have bad days. But also, I think that if they don't fix these issues moving forward, they're gonna continue to have bad days. You're seeing kickoff goals. Miscommunication on the kickoffs. They're trying to do something special on kickoffs. It's not happening. You're seeing too much space in the midfield sometimes. I got one person pushed up. I got one person pushed up. I need somebody to challenge the ball. We're not challenging. Even though I got one behind me. That's a communication issue. Somebody needs to go, have faith and trust your teammates going to make a play. And those 2 things in particular, that's a big portion of the two highlight reels, especially in game 3 and game 4. You fix those, and you're not in that position. And you able to expect the team like them to fix that. I think, again, outcoached right now. I think when you see Zen's head in his hands, I think it's because he's frustrated because he doesn't know what to do, just like you said. That's on Fairy Peak. Fairy Peak's got to step up. He's got to say, hey, Zen, here's what we're going to do. This is what we're going to implement. This is how we're going to fix it. And maybe you got to go back to what you were doing before. I think, and you could talk more on this if you've seen it. What I've been seeing, been seeing Zen a little bit more up than I did last year. Zen used to play a little more back. Remember how we used to talk about that? Zen might get 30 touches, but it'd be 30 great touches. How he's been playing a little bit more far, a little bit more pushed up this season, leaving Rado a little bit more back, and maybe that's not the way. Maybe you got to go back, revert to having Zen more back, letting Rado lead the charge, letting Alpha follow up, and then letting Zen come in and clean.
Although I do think that could be beneficial for them to revert back, I think that is part of the reason why they're not trusting each other and why the miscommunication is happening all over the field. I think it is a thing where a new coach comes into the position and he's trying to mold the team how he thinks that the team should mold around in order to compete with these newly elevated teams in the region now. And now you have these players who are trying to implement a new system that they're not used to, a system that didn't win them worlds, and they're struggling with it. So they're one by one reverting back into ways that they used to play that was successful for them at different times. And now that's where the cohesion is getting interrupted. Now this is where they're losing their sense of confidence and losing their chemistry that they once had, because the gameplay is different from all 3 of them. They're all trying to do different things and trying to play the same way that they played when they won worlds, but there's too much things going on internally that is causing confusion, and you can see it clearly on the cams.
And so you think, since there's got too many things going on internally, whatever that may be, that they won't be able to get back to where they once were?
I don't think it's possible in the near future. I think it's possible long term, but that's given they're willing, all 3 of them are willing to work for it long term. But I think when you're world champions and you have this dramatic decline immediately, it's screaming red flags all over in every single player's head. You're panicking. You're at this point, you're panicking as a player, especially if you're someone of Zen's caliber, someone of Alpha's caliber, and Verdosen's got to be looked at as a person who's criticized constantly and constantly on the chopping block. Even last year, he was on the chopping block. When they were winning, he was on the chopping block. People were saying he's gonna get replaced and Zen's gonna mash up with Batira or Exotic or all these different players. Like, this thing goes through your head as a player. Like, you cannot get away from this. And when And when the results are appearing the way they're appearing in front of us, it's elevated even more.
I can understand that. I think for me, looking at Vitality, was a bad Saturday from them. They have been looking a little bit shakier. I think there's a thing between there's a conversation that's had between are they elevating their game and other teams are just elevating their game higher than them, and then that's where they're coming into the new frustration, or are they just not playing up to par? And I think that really gets kind of determined a lot by kind of like looking at tape. We do have some tape, by the way, if you guys want to check out. We have I got Vitality BDS Game 3 of Worlds loaded up. It was a 7-goal gamer. You two, you want to check that out real quick?
Yeah, let's see it. Let's see it.
All right, hold up. Ben, don't full screen me just yet. Did he full screen me? Oh gosh. How do I do this? Wait, I didn't prepare for this. Okay, I got it. Oh, full screen. Hold up. Any production exclamation point help. There we go. All right. What POV do we want to check out here for this? Maybe Alpha?
I'd say either Alpha or Zen, because TBates is saying Zen is playing a lot more further up. So I'd like to
It's
see.
probably a little more further up, I think. Little.
All right.
Oh gosh.
Kickoff goal off the start.
Was that Alpha again pushing up?
On that last goal,
Yeah.
Alpha, he went back. Yeah, it turned up.
Because then he turns up. And this is how they got scored on last time, too. That's the exact same kickoff goal that they got scored on last time.
Listen, they're winning world championships doing it that way. I think it's a little different, though, when you're 2 seconds in, though.
Yeah.
So is this game 3? It says game 1.
Game 3.
Yeah, it's game 3. Who's up at this point?
Vitality's up 2-0.
Oh, so they got all the confidence in the world. Oh. All right.
Got Rodolson upfield, grabbing a bump.
Yeah, so you see how passive Zen's playing?
The Alpha.
Like, he didn't challenge that. He just bumped him.
And then look at that play.
He just bumped. Zen didn't challenge that whole time. He drove up, fake challenge. He still the boost in that corner. He might have stole the boost in that corner. Yeah.
Initial challenge. Rattle pass. Oh, Zen can't get it. Leaves it.
Just playing so slow.
He has so much space there with 100 boosts. Decides to take it to the back wall. I think prior to that, I think we would see Zen looking to take an air dribble.
Backboard, slot.
I mean, but it's all because of Zen, though. Zen's just holding down the back line. They can't get through. Decent kickoff, or he's gonna grab the boost. I want to see what he does. Let's Alpha cut in. Let's Alpha go again. Doesn't. Oh, he did jump. I thought he wasn't gonna jump for that at all. Great stuff by Rattle.
Challenge from Rattle in the back.
Yep.
Oh, left the boost for him. Clear to Alpha, who's upfield. Oh.
Goat was on one. I forgot what timing Goat was on this whole time. Good 50 right there. Rattle's already chasing.
Pinch.
Alpha there. In the net.
Yeah,
I don't know what BDS is doing, but
Zen's not doing too much, man. He's just filling in where he needs to be.
that's just the game.
Yeah.
All y'all platinums in chat. See, listen. You can't do this though, because your teammates aren't as good. You might need to go for the ball. You might need to
You might need to do a little bit more.
It might be too blurry. Can chat even see this?
Can they?
I don't know. It's a little blurry to me, but I don't know. I'm used to watching replays like this. So I don't know if chat Chat might not be used to watching replays like this. That's in my
Oh, yeah, I
net.
can see chat, but it's full screen. Oh yeah,
Saying
a
it's
little blurry.
blurry.
Oh man, might have to just
Chat,
scrap
I'm
it.
sorry.
I don't know. I think I've seen enough. I think I've seen my point. Yeah, I
Alright.
think I've seen my point. We can get off of this. We can get off of this. Ah, since it's blurry, that means we can't show the other one. That's not good. Are you just screen sharing?
No.
What are you doing?
Oh, wait. I just have to turn this off. It's like virtual cam. OBS virtual cam.
So your virtual cam in it and it's still blurry?
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I don't know.
All right. Well, I seen what I want. I seen what I want to see there. So since the replays don't work, we'll have to figure that out. We want to implement that so y'all can see. Usually, just to let y'all know, and Raul, you could probably talk about it.
Oh, people
When you're
are saying it's still watchable.
People are saying it's still watchable. I mean, y'all want to see the next? Do y'all ask them if they want to see the next game? I'm not looking at chat. Y'all want to see the game
Yeah.
from Vitality
It's
versus
fine. It's
Carmine?
fine. They're saying yeah. We're getting yeah.
Because the general premise is that Zen is moving much slower. That's what I wanted to see. I haven't watched the replays just based on my general ball knowledge. I know ball.
You
Zen
think
moving
he's
much slower.
moving much? Like, go ahead.
All right.
He's moving much slower, holding down the back line. He's not going for much. And he honestly, bro, did he even have a bad challenge? Yeah, maybe one bad challenge the whole time where he jumped up. He had 2 over him.
Where he challenged like 4 times total.
It's just like it's very simple. So I want to see, but also once again, he might be comfortable. They were up 2-0 and they were also, I don't know whether that's a fair game plan. I don't know whether that shit is how confident they were. That could be a variety of factors. I want to see if it's the same general premise. The same general
Okay.
premise of that.
Is there any specific?
Not the ones where they were
game?
getting cooked.
Okay, so let me see.
Give me game 1. They should be confident going into game
1 or
1.
2. Yeah.
All right, yeah. Game 1 was 3-1. Game 2 was 1-0. We could do game 1. Hold on, let me load it up.
Yeah, but chat, I don't know if y'all do replay reviews, but our replays, they just be bad. They just be bad when you screen share. Sometimes, I don't know, it just be blurry sometimes. You gotta have A1 internet. Demar, what type of internet you rocking over there?
Bro, I have good internet. I have fiber.
Oh,
It
no,
might
man,
be
it's
a
got
little
fiber.
laggy today. Listen, I got a new cable too to speed it up recently, so
Oh, the cable's not working.
it's not plugged in. That's why it's not plugged in. I haven't set up the cable yet. I got a lot going on. Okay, I've got it ready though. Throw it up.
All right,
This
let's
is
do it.
NPOV.
This is
Okay.
NPOV.
All right, let's check it out.
Is that a
Okay.
kickoff strategy or did you mess up?
We don't know, bro. The world may never know.
Okay.
Demo in the front. Can't get pressure. Goes
Already,
back.
he's first up though. You see how he's first right there?
Yeah. Plays it to the side. Alpha had to dodge the bump, so he couldn't go up for it.
No boost, still very far up. He always had boost.
$50 chain dash. Chasing downfield. 12. He jumped with 12 there. Demo
Can't
on the
do that.
back
I don't know.
end.
That's not.
Yep.
That's a goal.
All right, you can stop it right there. I've already seen enough. I've already seen enough. I've already seen enough.
Yeah, it's just way. I mean, it's just way
He's
different.
way more
though.
aggressive and for
I mean,
no
we could-
reason.
Here,
For no
let's keep it going just in case.
But it's not just him though.
It's like they're trying to have him drive the offense.
Yeah, I
now.
don't know why though. He doesn't need to do that.
I guess when you're anticipated to be like the GOAT of RL now, you know, he completed the game. People are like wanting to see him play offense a lot more.
Let Alpha cook right here. That's a miscom because see, I think if you go back on that play, see that's interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting. If you go back, yeah.
Mhm.
If you, well, how much? Oh, it's pause. Nice. See, it's intricate. Honestly, this is Zen's ball to go for. Corrado, does he even have momentum? I can't tell.
No, he just
No,
turned.
he
he
just
power
turned.
slid.
Yeah, he just turned. Yeah, so this is Zen ball to go for. But I think last year Zen would just let Rado go for the ball.
Mm.
And see, right, and Rado's intuition is to go for the ball. He turned.
Mhm.
But then Zen wants the ball. So then if you go slow right here tomorrow, you're gonna see Rattle's gonna start backing up. Okay, he got called off. Or is it already knew he's gonna get beat? One or two. He got called off or he felt he's gonna get beat.
He definitely got caught off.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. But see, now he's gonna get bumped. Now he's dead.
Yeah. So if you look right, here's Rattle's car right there to the left.
Yeah.
And then watch how he turns.
Yeah,
See,
he turns forward, then goes
Weird
starts
turns
driving
and
backwards.
reverses.
Yeah, I think he reversed because Zen called him off at that
Yep.
point.
Yeah.
Generally
Reverses to a half
speaking,
flip.
generally
Then got them
speaking,
up.
Rattle shouldn't be going for that ball though. That should be Zen's ball because Rattle should be rotating out. That's
Yep.
that's a
Well,
that's a miss.
I
call.
mean,
Yeah,
if
went for
that
the
if that's
boost, got
if that's how they
bumped,
played
and
at
then
Worlds, then I think Rattle should go for the ball.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, for
Hey,
the, I mean for them the way they play,
Yeah.
for them the way they play, Zen was more comfortable letting Rattle and Alpha go more, and Zen holding it down back line because nobody could score on Zen. Challenge dab.
he didn't get the side. Oh, he went over it twice.
What the heck is he doing?
Trying to go over 3
He,
times.
he thought he was that boost was gonna spawn.
Now he has
Now
no
he's awkward.
juice. It's in my net. Oh, I thought it was. I thought it was in my net, bro.
Okay. And now he's sort of playing somewhat like Worlds. He's not really doing too much, like doing
Yeah.
anything extra.
I think that's the case too. But I think it's also probably a mix of also K-Corp not being really scared of them, like people probably were initially. You know, you would see them on the ball, you felt like you instantly hit the challenge. But for them, they're probably more intentional now when they're on the ball.
Look.
I mean, if
Pass.
anything, it seems like they're scared of Gay Corp. They're just playing extremely passive. This is that
Oh
shot.
yeah.
That's a good shot.
I mean, that was nice. Hold up. Gotta give Alpha his look real quick. Goes up, off the ceiling. Boom. Saw someone jump.
Finley never has no boost. I don't even know why you're jumping. Everybody know you ain't getting up there.
I mean, I guess we can also cut this one off early though. But
Yeah, we
it's
can cut off.
definitely like, you know, speed difference kind of thing in terms of like how fast they're moving.
And it's in a vacuum though. You only watch 2 replays. You only watch 2 replays. But
Right.
But I mean, those are also just 2 picked replays. Like we didn't think we were gonna show those 2 replays. We were gonna pick series from World Championship, and we were going to pick the most recent. So looking at those 2, and it's not just a Zen thing, but I was just like what we're talking about. Zen was playing a more passive style, letting Rattle, letting Alpha go. Now, just off of those 2 replays, you can see the stark contrast. It was actually a great representation. Zen's much more in front of the ball, waiting for a pass or leading the offense rather than maintaining the offense and coming to make a great play. But that's all just in a vacuum, though. You got to see more replays to really see if that's a consistent thing. But that's what I've been seeing, just generally watching it too. I think Zen's been more pushed up than before. And I don't know necessarily if that's the best way they can go about it. But they know themselves better than I know. That's just me looking at it.
Mhm. I think that's definitely something like important to consider too. Just how they're moving the game, how it's changing, and them just trying to like stay on top, which is definitely a hard thing to do. But it kind of begs our next question here. Can we get the EU standings up here? Will Vitality make the major? Vitality is currently tied in points with Oxygen. There's a big tie going on in Europe right now. That third regional event is going to be a big one here with Vitality and Magnifico. Oh, wait, Vitality and Magnifico have 15. Oxygen have 14. So either way, still very close. Endpoint, Belly Go Forward, Redemption Team 3, all with 10 points. And Saw with 9 points. Moist with 7. Top Cougars with 6. 100% with 5. Resolve with 5 here as well. But I mean, you're starting to look at that kind of top half, and it's not really safe for Vitality. So what does the room think? Personally, I think that I still have Vitality making it, but want to start with you, Raul. Where you at?
Well, I think that I will have them making it more than missing it, simply due to the fact that it's based off matchups and seeding and everything. So I don't think that they will lose unless they play one of the other French teams. I don't think Magnifico can match them. I think Oxygen have a chance, but it's not high. And the only other team I see beating them is outside of the top 4. So I will take Vitality's chances actually making the major. They're not that far behind. They're actually right there tied for 4th. So I have them making.
Bates.
Of course. Of course. I don't even want anybody to think of a reality where they're not there. Because if the world gets robbed of seeing Daniel versus Zen again, I'm going to be upset. I'm going to be upset. I've been waiting to see Daniel versus Zen. The world all wants to be Ren versus Zen. I'm telling you, I'm going to be really upset if I don't get to see these two go up against each other. The fact that Daniel's at the land and Zen won't be, it's going to hurt my soul. It's going to hurt my soul. Because I'm going to see it. I want to see it. I need to see it.
I don't know why you keep trying to compare these two, man. Like stop. Please.
The two best prodigies of the modern era Rocket League.
Oh goodness gracious!
That's why I want to see them. I want to see them go up against each other. And I didn't get to see it at Boston, and I didn't get to see it at the World Championship. So I need to see it in Copenhagen.
At this point, bro, I'm putting Jolly or Napo better than more prodigy than Daniel. Like
here we go.
Daniel he's starting to be he's a vet now. Like he's been in the league for like 2 years. His time of being a prodigy is over, man. He's a vet, bro.
That's like saying LeBron wasn't a prodigy.
No, he's like 17, man. He's like, what do you mean?
It's a prodigy. There's only
so
many people
we know how fast Rocket League moves, man. Like
Rocket League don't move that fast. Rocket League don't move that fast. I need to see Daniel versus Zen. So Zen and Vitality, they better be there. And that's why I got confidence in them being there. I think they're gonna get at least top 8. What, they got 14 points right now? What is that, 20? They got 20. That'll be 20 if they get top 8. I think you get top 8, you get 6.
He's got 15 points. Vitality's 15
they got 15?
Right yeah.
Okay. So they have to be 21. Is 21 a magic number?
BDS
got 32.
21 right now.
Huh? BDS at 21?
Yeah. K-Course at 32. It'll be a little bit more clear too when we start going through numbers later. Kind of help paint a picture overall, but yeah.
Yeah, I think 21's a good number. I think they get top 8. I think they make it.
I mean, it starts this weekend. With the open quals. Gets through the open quals to main event. Got to do that first. Get the job done there. I expect all these teams to do that, but got to watch out. You got Cell lurking in the waters. 100% maybe top Cougars. A lot of teams still trying to fight their way in. So could be chaotic. But of course, that's our thoughts on the matter. Let's bring in somebody who's been on top for a while here. K Corp Rise joining the show. Finley Ferguson, welcome. How you doing?
Hi, Demar. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. I have talked to you in so long. I still wear those shoes, by the way.
Really? They're cold,
Yeah.
bro. Comfortable. How are you doing, Bates? How are you doing, Raul?
I'm great, man. Since you talked to me first, I'll go first. I'm great, man. Always great seeing you, bro. Appreciate you having the camera on, of course. That's always a blessing. And you always have it ready. But sometimes you don't want to have it on. Not for this show, though. You always have it on for this show. And you even got the light on.
This one.
Oh, y'all even got the light on, man. Listen. And every single time you join the show, you're always on a different team.
All right, bro. All right, cool. I see how it is. I thought I was being brought in here as a professional voice, but no, I'm the brunt of the jokes. It's fine, mate. It's fine. Keep it coming, bro. Keep it coming.
Nah, you know how much love I got for you, bro. Appreciate you always coming on.
It's 2 ways. It goes 2 ways, bro. Much love.
I'm doing great, baby. I appreciate you showing in, and it's great to see you, man. Great to see you. I appreciate
you guys having me on. Should we continue? Sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, should we get down to the business? Because enough of this small talk, bro. Let's get into Rocket League.
Okay. Yeah. We can get into it. Okay, first of all, thoughts on? Have you been watching the show up to this point? Thoughts on the team so far?
I mean, yeah, I've been watching the last 30 minutes ish.
Okay. Anything stand out to you?
Well, the last thing I heard was the Daniel Zen from Bates, and I respect it, but at the same time, let's not force the narratives here. This is something I said on on my stream after we won regional. I don't like the fact that this narrative NAEU is getting forced so much. You know, let it naturally happen at the lands, 'cause it's going to happen at Copenhagen. The matchups are bound to happen. But what is the point in all the speculation that's going on in terms of, oh, a G2 going to be better than KC? Nah, KC's going to shit on G2. Nah, G2's way better. Look, bro, wait 30 days and we'll have it right in front of us. You know,
Look,
it's.
bro,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
No. Listen. See, that's why you only listen to the last 30 minutes. Cause you listen. If you listen to the last 40, when
Okay.
Raul asked me to power rank the teams, I said I'm about tired of power ranking. And I just put teams in tiers. Cause I said I don't know who's better than who. I haven't seen
Okay.
it. Now, so I'm with you on that. I'm tired of this NAEU nonsense. I moved on from it. I want to see what
Mhm.
happens at the land. But
Okay.
the NU versus Zen thing, I just want to see them two play. It's not an NAEU thing. I just want to see them play against each other.
Okay.
That's all it is.
Okay.
That's
I
all.
just needed to clear that up then.
Okay.
'Cause-
No, that's fine. That's
No,
fine. I'm here
you're
with
good.
you.
You're
I'm here
good.
with you, baby. I'm here with
You're
you.
good, bro. You're good. You're good.
All right. Cool. We're all on the same page. Let's see if we continue that up throughout the show.
Hold on, I got some
Let's-
questions for my boy.
Yeah, go
Oh,
ahead, bro.
okay.
Shoot away. I'm waiting.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
yeah, I know you're ready. So, first off, there's been all this talking about boot camps and all this. As you can see, I can see right now, you aren't in France.
No, I'm at home.
You're
Yep.
back at home.
I'm back
Home's
at
in
home.
Portugal still.
Yep, Portugal, Lisbon.
Oh, Lisbon. Oh, yes. I
Shout
gotta take
out.
a trip. I gotta take a trip over there, man. I'm
You
gonna have to
do,
take a trip.
bro. Honestly, it's beautiful.
I'm gonna take a trip. Go. I see the photos. You got like the little hills, with the little trolley. That's why I'm popping on my Google sometimes.
Yep.
I need to come hop on it. So,
Mhm.
I want if you could explain to the people at home what your schedule looks like for your travel schedule to for your travel schedule to didn't work because y'all are always all playing with each other in person, but then you're back home right now. And I feel
Yep.
like a lot of people don't know what that looks like. So if you could just talk to people about that. I don't even know.
So travel schedule for the last two boot camps has been we arrive on the Wednesday, like morning.
Mhm.
We go straight to the boot camp, the KC facility, from the airport, or my teammates get the train because they're close. But even so, we go straight down to the boot camp. We leave our bags, we set ourselves up, get our controllers ready, go straight on the PCs. We normally have scrims that like evening, so we'll have 2 hours of scrims usually on that evening, and then we'll after like I don't know 11, 12, we'll take our bags to the hotel or the Airbnb, whatever. Sleep, wake up 11ish, get to the boot camp, grind, yeah, scrim, and then when we're leaving, that's basically rinse and repeat every day. When we're leaving, you know, the Monday, we'll go to the airport, go to the train station, go home, and chill for the rest of the day. We had yesterday off, and then we're grinding again today, tomorrow, and then we've got obviously regional quals Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then rinse and
Okay.
repeat.
Okay. And then regional quals, you're gonna play those from back in Portugal.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Main
then after
event.
that, main events in person.
Yeah.
Okay. And Carmen covers all the accommodations.
Yep.
Wow. Wow. And y'all just get like an Airbnb or something to stay with each other or a hotel or something. So it's like no like
Yeah.
Carmen, the facility doesn't have bunk beds or something in there somewhere. Camaro doesn't have that
Nah.
set up.
No, not yet. We
No,
get
not yet.
the Airbnb hotel, and then it's normally like walking distance or Uber. You know, it's calm. It's great, and you know, it helps build up like the team morale. It helps improve our relationships as people as well as teammates. You know, grinding next to each other is always fun. When we end up in the twos games together, it's always adds that little bit of you get to talk trash to the person sitting next to you. So you know, it just adds, and it's when you're actually playing, it's great to have like your two teammates like next to you. It's great, fist bumps when you're scoring. You can talk to each other face to face. It really helps.
Interesting.
And obviously we have Farah there as well, and Geordie, so we have the whole team together.
Nice.
Okay. Question. Actually, this is a question from chat. Someone asked you if you guys come in French or English.
I come in English and my two teammates come in French, so we mix.
Wow.
Because it means everyone can speak their native language, but everyone understands each other, so it's it meshes well.
Incredible.
Little hybrid comms.
Incredible. They're all smart as ever.
Yeah, we
So,
try.
They're
so
all
what
smart.
happens off the field? Is it still hybrid?
Yeah, honestly, I mean, I speak French outside the game with my teammates most of the time. And if there's stuff that I can't communicate, then I'll just say it in English, and they understand anyway.
Oh,
Mm, okay, cool. And then that travel schedule that you're doing
Mhm.
for Carmine, when you're with BDS, you would also be in person. Is that along like the same similar flow like when BDS does
Um,
theirs?
yeah, BDS we'd have longer. So
Okay.
we'd fly in on the Sunday before, because we didn't have quals because we were auto qualled because the format was different. So we'd fly in on the Sunday, we'd boot camp Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then we'd play Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then we'd leave again on the Monday.
Okay.
So it
Okay.
was like a few extra days.
Okay. And then obviously you're getting old now. You're getting old
Yeah, bro,
now.
19, bro.
Yeah, I know you're getting old now,
Oh.
so you ain't in school. But I guess you weren't in school when you were at BDS either. You'd already finished school.
So I'm in Portugal, but I was doing online school. So it
Okay.
was I was still doing like the UK curriculum. So I was doing A levels, which is what you do there, and I finished. I think it was a year of A levels, and then so I did my mock exams. It's what you do in the UK, and I stopped after the first year, and then because that's when Moy started popping off,
Yep.
I decided like either like one's gonna take a hit, right? You can't give 100% to Rocket League and 100% to school. It's
Yep.
gonna be either I give like 75% to Rocket League, like I can't give my all in both.
In
One of
both.
them's
That's
gonna
right.
take a hit if I try and continue juggling. So I was like, it's best if I drop one. And at the time, obviously, Rocket League was really taken off for me. So I decided with my parents, actually, it was mainly my parents that encouraged me to be like, look, focus on this. So yeah, stopped after a year of A levels and haven't really looked back since, to be honest.
Okay. So that also helps paint the full picture of how you're able to travel and everything. Okay, that's
Yeah,
nice. Shout out, Mama Rise, Pops Rise.
shout out
Shout
to
them
the
out.
parents,
And shout out to the parents.
of course, always.
Okay.
So,
Go ahead, Demar.
so you've obviously you've been on a lot of teams. Carmen Corp is your home. How do you feel being in this environment, like with this organization?
I think it's great. It's genuinely like a family. So when we're at the boot camp, it's like an office. It's not just like we play there. It's the office of KC. So Kameto streams from there most of the time. All the people that work within the org all work from that office. So it's like always like it's like a hub of Casey. So it's just everyone's there. You get to speak to everyone, whether it's someone who works behind the scenes with like marketing stuff, or the people that you see on streams. Like Cortez always there, BB's always there. So it's just like you're always interacting with the people there. Even with the LFL team, they're always like a couple of rooms down from us. And if they're in a match, we'll congratulate them if they win. If we win, they're always there, like telling us, "Congrats, like you guys played well," etc. Like it's permanent support between everyone, whether it's another team, the people who are working day in day out. It's great.
And I heard from you in your
Mm.
post game interview that you ain't going nowhere.
Nah, foreseeable
No.
future. There's no reason to leave. I've got my old teammate back in Vatira. I've got the young goat Atto. I've got the goat coach Farah in the goat org. Like it's I don't
Yeah,
think any player could ask for more.
yeah, you really. It seems like you're really happy with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you guys have been cooking. You guys have been cooking. I call, the way you guys looked. I've called you guys a system. What do you think about that?
What does that mean?
A
Do you feel
system.
like,
Explain.
yeah,
Explain.
like it's just the way I watch the team, the way I feel like they play. It kind of feels like everybody's on the same page. Kind of the trust in each other is very much evident, and what you guys do on ball and off ball almost mirrors each other. It seems like one guy goes up, tries to make a play, makes someone uncomfortable. If he can't do that, he looks for a bump. If he can't do that, he looks for a boost steal, all that before rotating down. It feels like everybody does that. Some people have things that they do better than others, but that's
Yeah.
why that's what I like call it a system, because that's what it feels like when I watch them. But
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, it's not something that I think we've really done on purpose. I think it's kind of, I knew I had good chemistry with Vatira from Moist and Queso. And Atto, he loves his demos, he loves his bumps, he loves his boost steals, and he's also very mechanical. So like it just it felt like, because when we kind of agreed to team, and we ended up trying out because we had time because of some contract stuff, but the plan originally was like we wouldn't have even tried out. It was just it would have just been a lock and we work it out. So we did end up being able to try out, and it just felt like we weren't. Obviously we've improved since, but it felt like it clicked straight away in terms of the 3 players. And so it was kind of like, it's kind of just been a gradual improvement, which I'm glad, because a lot of teams can honeymoon really hard at the start, and when you honeymoon, I don't think you really clock what your issues actually can be. And when things start going wrong, you don't really know why, and it becomes it can end up being like a spiral. So the gradual improvement is showing, and yeah, I think it's great, and we're working really hard. So hopefully it'll continue.
That boy well spoken. I like that. I just want
Yes.
to. I just want to set the floor with my boy. I just had questions. I want to let everybody understand what's going on with the boot camps and everything. But now it's time to get into the Rocket League. Now
Let's
it's
get
time.
into
let's
it.
get
Now
into
it's time
this,
to get into the
bro.
Rocket League. Rice, I gotta ask you, what's wrong with Vitality? You watched the replays.
I tried, bro. The quality wasn't the best, but I mean, it was no. See, for me, I think playing them, they feel like not a different team, but I think they're having some issues. I wouldn't do the Johnny Boy copium that they're playing better than they were at Worlds, because I think it'd be a bit delusional. I think they know they're not playing as good as they were at the end of last season, but if there's a team, we all know it. If there's a team that can step it back up, I'd say it's them. They have the World Championship MVP from last season. They have Zen. So it's just, I was going to list the MVPs, but it's all him. They've got Zen. They've got Alpha, who's a great player. Rado as well. He gets a lot of hate, but he's a top player. So if there's any team that can regain their form, I'd say it's them. I think there's clearly something that happens. Obviously, I wouldn't know because I lost in the final. But when you win Worlds, it seems that maybe you lose the motivation. Maybe you lose the hunger a bit, and everyone around you, gains that want to beat you. But it's happened twice in a row that teams have won Worlds and then, not been bad, but they've not been that top level team
Yep.
that they were the end of the season before. And for BDS, it seemed like they spiraled quite a bit. I don't think Vitality will get to that point, because I think they're still, they are still motivated. They are still working hard. But yeah, they've got a new coach in, so that's probably not easy for them to adapt to. It's it's not just as simple as they're not playing as well as they were. I think it goes a lot deeper than that.
All right, man. I thought you were gonna
Bad.
follow up. I thought you were gonna.
I said pretty much equivalent what he said. So why would I I'm like backpacking off of it pretty much, because I said it earlier. I said it's a lot of internal things that were going on, and it's not easy to fix. It's not as easy as you saying it is to fix. You're like everything on the replay. You're like, this is an easy fix, but it's not as easy as you make it seem to be.
Should be easy. Should be easy. If they're world champs, they'll fix it. They'll fix it, or
Yeah, I mean, I think they definitely will fix it. I don't think. Obviously, I don't know them super well, but I don't think they're the type of people, from speaking to them as much as I have, that would let their heads drop. You know what I mean? I don't think they're those type of players. They don't give off that type of vibe. So I think we'll see the best of Vitality. Maybe Copenhagen if they qualify. I think this regional is a big one for their season, not just Copenhagen. It's kind of big. Obviously now with 2 splits, it's really big if you miss a major. So I think they'll be grinding really hard this week, and we'll see a top level Vitality this weekend and next.
That's valid. That's fair. We'll see. Let's dial it in here to all of Europe though. Let's talk about the Swiss here a little bit. Can we get the Swiss up on the screen, please? Because I do think that we gotta talk about this a little bit. I mean, you have the game wins and losses here, but I think it comes down to like matchup by matchup. I mean, of course, you talk about your team Rise,
Mhm.
Gentleman's round 1, Vitality round 2, then Magnifico round 3. You guys all ran like a full gauntlet. I mean, how when you get on a Friday and you end up playing these matches, I mean, I'm sure you guys are also looking at those game differentials just as much as, of course, just getting the win too, right?
What, as in we're trying to lose as little games as possible?
Right.
Yeah, of course. I mean, there's we can't really blame anyone on that gauntlet apart from ourselves. We lost to Sir in the quals, but yeah, obviously we're sitting there. We're not really thinking about getting the games as low as possible. We just want to 3-0 everyone. That's how you approach series. But at the end of the day, we're just trying to get the win. And I
Mhm.
think there are a few games in there that obviously we went to 3-game 5s, but there's a few games in there that we kind of gave away and we made dumb mistakes. And but that happens when you're playing 3 best-of-5s against top teams. You're bound to make mistakes. You're bound to not play at your top level the whole time. But at the end of the day, we made it through, and that's what ultimately counts. And second seed from 16th, we stepped it up for sure.
Gentlemen, Ro, I'll start with you. Anything that really kind of stuck out here from the Swiss for you?
From the Swiss, I would say was Sus performance overall for me. I think they're like establishing themselves in that conversation for 5th place. Now I wanted to ask Rise. I was gonna ask him if he would agree with that kind of take, or is it still Magnifico for him?
I mean, 5th place right now could be a few teams. Like Sir really showed up. Like against us, they played really well. They beat Vitality in the Swiss. Like they're beating good teams, and not in like Mickey fashion either. They're playing well. Tekos is a really good player. Mike Boy's been consistent, and Tho's really playing well at the minute as well. And they're 3 players that have Tho and Mike have really stuck together through thick and thin. It seems like the past few seasons, and now it looks like they've got their top third, their top level third. And I saw you tweet Roll about Tekos, like where did this kid come from? But we've known about him for a while in EU. Like he's a little rank grinder. He's Spanish bim bam ball chaser. But I mean, he's playing really well. I would say they're 5th, if not 6th, right now. Because you've
Behind
got
Magnifico?
yeah, I'd put them just behind Magnifico, just because Magnifico beat them in Swiss. They beat them beat them in top 8, beat them in game 7. Close series, but you've got to give it to Magnifico for now, I'd say.
Mm. What's some thoughts on that Gentlemates? On Gentlemates, man. I want to know. You got your boy Seiko. You
Yep,
got Tachi. You got Juicy. They're a
yep.
good squad.
They are a
I
good
heard
squad.
they got a good squad. But so what do you think about Gentlemates right now?
I think they're good. I do think that the first regional they played really well. But I think if I had to be brutally honest, I think they're missing something. Like I
Mm.
wouldn't be able to tell you what it is, but I think they're just missing something to make them like a top 2 consistent team. You know, like I think
Yeah.
they're really good, and I think they'll be making majors. I think they're basically a lock to make this first major, and I think they'd make the second major as well. But I don't think they're you know a top 1 world team at the minute. And obviously they can improve, but I think they're just missing a little detail that separates them from 3rd, 4th best to 1st, 2nd.
And you saying the little details and you don't know what it is, or you know what it is, but you don't
No,
want
no,
you don't want to
genuinely,
help
like
them
it's not something that I can sit here and go, this is the mistake you keep making. You know what I mean? But it's just
Yep.
like there's something missing. It's just
Ah,
don't know what, but it just feels like when we play them, there's something little thing missing.
they missing that spice. They're missing that spice. They ain't got that spice. Me and Ro were talking about it. They don't play offense. I don't know why they don't play offense as
Nope.
much as they should though. They should be on offense, but they're not on offense. I don't know why either. I'm with you. I'm with you. They're good, but they got the potential to be great, and they haven't
Yeah,
reached that point yet.
exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Good, but could be better.
Nice.
Fair, fair. I noticed you didn't say we haven't talked about oxygen.
Mm.
What and it didn't seem like you had to make in the major.
Oh, this one's gonna hurt Bates. This is why he didn't want to bring it up.
What about Oxygen?
Not his boy Archie.
Don't worry about
Mm.
Archie. Archie go be at the major.
Really?
No, wait. I
Can
don't
he?
know if
Can
that's
he
possible.
possibly be at the major
Gentlemen
if you have
had to play
Vitality
Rocket
making
League.
it as well?
Gentlemen,
Bates, bro.
talk to me.
I got a lot of love for you, bro. I got a lot of love for Oxygen as well, the boys over there. But right
Listen,
now,
it's doable.
I don't see them in the top 4. If it was still 5 spots from EU, I'd probably put maybe even a tiebreaker between Magnifico Oxygen. I think they're really
Really?
close. Like they're good teams, but I can't see Vitality having another poor performance in a regional. I would say Vitality will be making the major, and Mate's got a top 2 and a top 8. So it's going to take like an Oxygen minimum top 2. And unless, they show something that they haven't shown up until this point, I can't really see it. I think Oski's, honestly, a top 5 player in EU. I think Oski's
top 5
really,
top
really,
5
really
or
good.
Oscar? Top 5?
Low key, yeah.
What's your top 5
bro,
then? Tell me your
Top
top 5.
five.
Tell me your top 5 then.
Oski's
You said-
ridiculously good.
Oski's
really,
good,
really
man. That's a giant,
Like,
man.
okay,
Okay, play my
Os-
giant, man.
Top 5.
Okay,
is-
if you want my top 5 players from EU,
Yeah, give me top 5. Top 5 players EU.
I'd go Zen, Vatira, Atto, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'd put Oski in there and Monkey.
Mm.
And then you've got your Drallies. Actually,
about
Oski's like
Exotic?
5th, 6th, 7th because you've got Exotic's been playing crazy good right now.
Exotic.
You've got Drally around there. He's
Raleigh
been
top 5?
around there, like
Okay.
maybe 5, 6, 7 around that level. You've got Exotic moving around there as well. Like there's a lot of really good players, but I think Oski is really, 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 really good.
Where are you at? I didn't hear you say
I'm
your
not
name.
including myself, bro. I'm not including myself.
Okay, well, I might put you in there. 'Cause I mean, listen, don't put yourself down now. Like, you're a great player. You got to think about it. Let me put it in
appreciate it, bro,
perspective
but-
how great you are. Let me put it in perspective. Ever since Queso, I guess, y'all, Queso was a thing. No, first split 21-22, right? Y'all were a team, but y'all didn't make it. Yeah, y'all didn't.
Yeah,
y'all
we
didn't
were
make
like
the lane.
8th or 9th in EU.
8th and 9th, yeah. And then ever since then, it's been winter 21-22 grand final.
Yep.
Spring 21-22 grand final winner.
Yep.
Worlds finished top 8.
We
Fury
don't
had a
talk
great
about that
series.
Worlds top 8. Yeah, on the feet.
Moving
Moving on.
Fury came back with a moist squad that was what fifth online, but he finished grand
Yeah.
finals in Rotterdam.
Mhm.
Went over to Oxygen. I don't think y'all finished top 8 that time, did you? That
No,
doesn't
we
matter.
got top 12.
Yeah,
four.
you didn't make grand final that time. And then spring hopped over to BDS grand final.
Yep.
World Championship grand final. So how many lands
Yep.
is that? That's 1, 2. So winter, spring, worlds, fall, winter, spring, worlds. That means 5 out of 7 lands you've been to grand finals, man.
Yep. Only one I've won though. So
It's okay. You can't win them all. The fact that you make it there, the fact that you make it there, no,
Can't win any right now, bro.
Why you put your head down, bro? He said I only won
Don't
one.
put your head
Put his head down.
Don't put your head down now, man. And I'm
I
just
got
saying.
the 1 medal. I got the 1 medal right there. But I want
I
to
know
be.
you're trying to. Hey, listen. You trying to get some more silverware. I hear you. You trying to get
Yeah,
some more
exactly,
silverware.
bro. Exactly, bro.
Hey. All I'm saying is, you're in the grand finals. You might be in that top 5 conversation too. Don't put yourself down there. But Oscar top 5. Okay, I hear you on that. I like that.
He's around there for sure. Maybe not definitely top 5, but he's floating. He's in and around. I'd say if they make major and we see a really good Oski performance, it's hard to not put him top 5.
Okay.
Okay. Agreed.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm looking at the major though. It's looking a little difficult. It's because
You were looking
little
at what? Sorry?
tiebreaker games, bro. The 5th through 8th, they need to play tiebreaker games, man. Because
Yeah, no, honestly.
Because Gentlemen, if they get top 8, they had 24. Auction, if they get top 8, they had 20. So they would have to get. They'd have to make the grand finals.
Yeah, I'd have to get top 2.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the 5th spot, if there was 5, I'd be like, okay, yeah, it's possible. But with 4, it's so difficult if you've not, cracked top 2 in the first 2 regionals, and there's a consistent top 4. It's kind of hard.
Yeah, we need tiebreakers. They need to be 5th through 8 tiebreaker games. Yeah, those points
That'd be
need to
sick,
be divvied
actually.
up.
That'd be sick.
Them points need to be divvied up. That's tough. Yeah, that's really tough, man. That's ridiculous. Oh man, oh man, maybe Archie won't be there. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
I
you
wouldn't.
know
I
what I
wouldn't.
do know?
I wouldn't
What's
bet
up?
on it, to be honest.
What I do know is that they don't care. Let's roll the EXO interview. Is it rolling?
No, it's not.
My camera froze.
We're just.
No,
They
it's
told me it was
Dave.
ready. He said it was ready. I believed him. There it is.
Series as well. Even over Redemption, that yesterday they had good results. They went 3-1 alongside you guys too. Were you expecting a little bit more from them?
Definitely, yeah. I think they were very bad, to be honest. I don't think really they showed anything. It's kind of a boring game, if I'm being honest. I mean, obviously I don't want to talk too soon, but I think boring, man. Just boring, bro. I feel bad for the fans, to be honest.
Your peers rated you around the 5th spot, they were thinking, coming into the season, and when everyone's doing their ratings on that lovely sheet that we sent you all. Do you think that's a fair spot for you guys to be in, or have you got the ambitions to, you know, make the majors and further on?
If I'm being honest, I really don't care what people think. I mean, I've been told I'm not good enough for main event, I've been told I'm not good enough for major, and here I am. So I really don't care what anyone says, including the casters. So keep hating on us, keep doubting us. I'm being honest, I really don't care. If I lost this series, you guys would call us bad, so I really don't care what you guys say. You guys are very inconsistent with your opinions. I don't really think you back it with knowledge either, so.
All right, there we go. EXO gave us thoughts. I heard last night he went on Chalk and he definitely clarified things.
What'd he say?
You know, I don't know. Well, basically what people were telling me, because I didn't watch it, but they said that, you know, he's respectful, but he just kind of reinstated his views and how, you know, same thing in the interview. Not really paying attention or caring about what other people have to say, all the thoughts behind them. And Archie was there too and expressed the same sentiment. So Oxygen they're just locking in, they're just playing the games. What do you
Yeah.
think about it, Oxygen Man? You got the green on.
Talking about me?
Yeah,
You
you
the only
are
one with the green
cheerleading
on.
today. You're cheerleading
Listen,
today.
listen.
I can't
yeah,
tell if you're an Oxygen fan or the Riddler.
might be both. You know how much respect I got for them Oxygen boys. You know how much respect I got for my boy Archie. Large Oscar's a great player. I think EXO is really good too. I don't know. That's how he felt. That's how he felt. I will say you can't say you don't care, but then you come across with a soliloquy that you care. like you care. Those two don't really add up. I mean, he expressing that he's not concerned about what other people are saying that much. He can see it. He can see it. That's your opinion. They just trying to ball out. I think a lot of people have been underrating them. I do think that they are a good squad. And I think they showed that. I think they have another level that they need to get to. Kind of along the same lines of Gentlemates, but I put them a little bit below Gentlemates, potentially if Gentlemates has made it further than them at the moment, where they're just missing that little oomph. Or maybe they need to let Oscar start being more, even more of a force. But it's gonna be tough for them to make the major, man. It's gonna be real tough actually. Now I look at it because just getting 12 points, you would have to hope that you have to hope that KC, BDS, Gentlemates, and Vitality are on the same side of the bracket. Which is very unlikely. So at that point, you're gonna have to beat a BDS. You're gonna have to beat a KC. You're gonna have to beat a Vitality, which it makes sense though. You want to be a top 4 team in the region. You got to beat one of the top 4 teams in the region.
Mhm.
I don't know if I've seen that from them this yet. That's not saying I can't see them beating them. It's just I haven't seen it just yet. So, you know how much I'm rooting for them, and I do think that they have a chance. I think if they play a Gentleman squad, I think they can beat them. If they play KC, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if they play Finland.
I mean, no, they definitely have the talent. It's just like it's like what you said. They're similar to mates, but I'd put them just that level below in the sense that I think individually the 3 on Oxygen on average as good as the 3 on mates. I think the 3 on mates. I think EXO is probably the best of the 6. Oski, sorry, is the best of the 6. But I think that on average, like I think Itachi's a super solid player. I think Juicy's a really, really good player. He's definitely stepped it up from like the start of Moist to now. His improvement's been crazy. And Seiko as well, you know, on his day is almost unplayable. So I think that, you know, mates when they click are just that level above what I'd put Oxygen at when they click. Not saying they're a bad team, but I just, you know, to have them making major, I would have had to have seen more from them at this point.
I just don't think I've seen like EXO or not. Yeah, well, I saw EXO playing. He played really well this past weekend. I think this is the best I've probably seen EXO play, but I haven't seen him play well and Oski at the same time. Like Oski unlocked to the top 5 level that Rise is saying that he's at as a player. I think Oski is a fantastic player. I just haven't seen them cohesively like be a dominant force together at the same time. So I think all 3 of them playing extremely well at the same time is the only chance that they really have, which I haven't seen yet. So.
I think that's fair. I think, of course, I feel like Oxygen definitely are in that running. It just depends on, like everybody else has already stated, just having to kind of clean things up. Still time for that, which makes things very interesting going into that final qualifier for Europe, because there's a lot of chances for teams to be able to pick things up, make adjustments. So we'll see what happens.
I'll tell you this, though. Yeah, he wasn't
Here we
talking
go.
about me. He wasn't talking about me. Base knows ball. He wasn't talking about me. I was good.
Do
Who's
you
he
know
talking about,
ball,
Bates?
buddy?
Put him,
Do
throw him
you
under
know
the bus,
ball,
Bates.
buddy?
Huh?
Who's he
Who's
talking about, Bates?
Yeah.
Honestly, he might have been talking about Stumpy. He might have Stumpy was on every. He might have been talking about Stumpy.
He's just talking to him straight to his
He might have been
face.
talking about Stumpy straight to his face. He didn't want to say his name, though. He might have been talking about Stumpy. Now, I ain't going to get into what Stumpy no ball now. But I know Base no ball. So I know he wasn't talking about me. I know he
Bates
wasn't
can
talking
no
about me. I'm
ball. Bates can
Kind
no
of.
ball. But Bates also has some of the stinkiest takes
talk
I've ever
to
heard.
him.
bro.
good. Stinky is talk to me.
Talk
What
to
True,
stinky?
it's
Cool.
true, bro. Sorry. I have to.
What
I have
stinky take
to.
I've had?
We can't just look. Raul and Daz are so like accustomed to it that they don't even speak up about it anymore. But the real ones, no.
Boy,
Bates
that's
is dropping
so
some
facts.
It's actually
stinkers.
That's
crazy how he
actually
just pointed that
so
out.
facts.
Wait a second. You can't throw this slander out there with anything to back it up. What stinky takes you talking about?
Oh my god.
I mean, oh, I'm trying to think, bro. Off the
Yeah, you
top of
can't-
my
you-
head.
Yeah, exactly.
See,
Oh,
even
my
me,
God.
bro. Even as someone who
Talk to him
doesn't
too much.
doesn't
It's just like,
regularly tune in, like there's too many to filter through.
Oh my god.
What was the LJ take? I forgot the LJ. LJ better than Zen. That's
Okay.
the one.
That's the only one people got on. And honestly,
That's the
Yeah.
first
LJ's
one I
a great
thought of,
player.
bro. No, he is. But
But
I
Zen
mean,
was just better.
Zen.
Zen was just
come on.
better. Zen was just better.
Come on, bro.
Listen, I can see that's the wrong time base. That's the
Do you-
one time base was wrong.
Do you have LJ top 5 world?
No, I mean no. Zen's better than LJ. I can see that. I can see it.
no, he said, do you have LJ top 5 in the world?
Oh no. No.
Okay.
No.
Oh.
Okay.
Interesting.
Bates is being sensible today. I like that.
Yeah. It's definitely sensible base.
I thought he
Listen,
was gonna go crazy.
this is a call to action for the world. We need to keep Bates in check. It's been too much going on. We've got too desensitized. It's like it's normal now. We need to stop the propaganda. This is what happens when something's continuously in your brain so many times. You start saying, "Oh, it's okay. Oh, it's okay." God, I need to go. I need to get like a detox. I need a
Yeah,
Bates
we need,
detox.
we need,
I'm not
yeah,
talking to
we
you
need
for
a
a week.
break.
All right, my question I was gonna ask was, for major EU, were the odds the top 4 not off range? Just because of how close things are. Rise, you can probably answer this one better because you play these teams. Do you think, odds wise, would you bet that the top 4 going to Copenhagen will be those 4 French teams? So Vitality and Gentleman's joining you guys in BDS.
Let me take a look at the rankings 1 sec.
Okay.
Honestly, I think it's gonna be us, BDS, Gentlemates, Vitality. Purely because maybe if it was Vitality and Mates switched, I could see maybe a Magnifico making it and Oxygen making it. But Vitality being joint 4th, I would say there's no way they don't make the major. Like I don't see Vitality. I don't see a world where Vitality don't bounce back at least for a top 4, a top 2. Like I don't see the world where that doesn't happen. So I'm gonna say it'll be the 4 French teams, honestly. And the odds of it not being, it depends on like Magnifico, Oxygen. Anything can happen in the bracket. We saw it this time. There was
Yeah.
the 2 quarterfinal matchups being those 4 teams. But anything can happen. But I would say it'd be the 4 French teams. And I'm gonna be on my own at major. Only non-French / Belgian / Moroccan player.
Listen, and y'all born gas about Europe. You're only just one country with a little splash of other ones.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Not arguing with that one.
I don't know, man, because see, it's the fact that Oxygen has 14 points rather than 15. So
Yeah.
I can see a world where I can see a world where you can have where Vitality makes semis, so they'd be at 24 points. I can see a world where Jenna makes semis, and I'm not semis, they make top 8 and they don't make semis, they'd be at 24 points. And I can see a world where Oxygen or Magnifico make the semis, and they'd be at 24 points.
I would take a tiebreaker. That would be.
Yeah, but I can see that, and then if Oxygen was at 15 points, like already talked about, if Oxygen had the tiebreaker against Genomace or something, I could see Oxygen winning that series. I could see also Oxygen losing that series. But it's the fact that Genomace has 18 points. That it just really makes it hard. Like it's got to be a specific bracket. Like it's got to be a very specific bracket in order to happen. I mean, and I'm with Finley, bro. You just expect Vitality, even if they end up only making top 8, and then Magnifico makes top 8. I'd have to take Oxygen making top 4, and then Magnifico and Vitality losing.
Yeah,
which is once again a very specific bracket again.
It's they've got to have like everything go their way. I think for Oxygen to make it. Magnifico though, they could prime and they could beat Vitality in a top 8 match. They could, Vitality could get a BDS in the first round and lose, whereas Magnifico get, Sur again, or a team like a not a worse team, but like just a lesser team that they get the dub in game 7 again, or anything can happen. It's literally European Rocket League. It's bracket play. It's completely up in the air.
Yeah, and then of course with it being the third event, the nerves are going to be pretty high up here.
Yeah.
So chance for absolute chaos potentially there in Europe. So we'll see what happens. Of course, quals this weekend, so you have to do good there to make sure at least seating wise for Swiss you start off at a good spot.
Yeah.
But let's shift gears here and go to a couple other regions. We talk about NAU all the time, but how about MENA versus SAM? Question is, which region will perform better in Copenhagen? Falcons have already qualified for Copenhagen. We can take a look at the MENA standings, and then we can also roll those into the Rule 1 clips. Right now, Falcons sitting at the top right now.
Oh, it's Falcons Rule 1. Yeah, pretty much guaranteed already.
Yeah, I think Rule 1. I mean, we'll talk a little bit more about that in a bit here in a moment, but yeah, looking really good for Rule 1 to be able to join Falcons. Seeing where they're sitting right now, I think they just have to make top 4 to clinch. So Rule 1 in a good spot, but what are we thinking here about the MENA, how they're looking as region? Raul, I want to start with you.
I think MENA is looking more competitive, especially at the top. You see Rule 1 take Falcons to Game 7s and close series all the way throughout. I think Falcons is the better team overall, and they will continue to be, especially going into this major. I have them being the better region as comparing it to SAM if we're answering the question.
All right, so have you been watching some MENA?
Me? No, honestly, I have not. Because they always play on our qual days, MENA.
Right.
Like their main events always when we're playing quals. So we like same with NA. Like I haven't really watched NA. I haven't watched SAM really, because we don't really have time to, because they always play same days we're playing. But obviously this is me speculating on, I don't know how the teams play, etc. But I would say as a region, I think SAM's better for sure. I think MENA's got 2 really good teams, but below that, it's quite a big drop-off. You've got young players like Dr. Known, Ops, Nush, all coming up. But, like, in terms of the top teams in a region, bro, SAM have Furia, Complexity, they have Crew. Bro, they've got some top teams. They've got an IP as well. Like, they're really good. And I would say as a region, SAM's better. Maybe Falcons are better than Furia, but again, I haven't watched, so I don't know. And honestly, I would, if there's a matchup between Furia and Falcons, I'd probably give it to Fury. I think Drafinho's very, very underrated. I think Drafinho's really good. Yan, you know, I think when they beat us in at Worlds in Dallas, I think that was Yan at his very best. I don't think we saw that from him when they were in NA. I don't think we really got to see that Yan consistently. But I think them having to play NA every week, scrim at NA teams, that probably affected their confidence a bit. And having to play them week in, week out compared to playing the best major region teams once every 3 months, I think that plays a part. And, you know, you've got Lost as well. Yeah, I think Fury are probably the best SAM team we've ever seen. And
Ooh, I like that.
genuinely, I think they're really, really good, or they will be really, really good. Obviously, this is me not having watched them play, but just on paper. This is just on paper.
Yeah, you haven't watched them play yet, but I mean, you played against all the players, so it's not just
Exactly.
you
Yeah, it's
speculating.
not
You
completely
played against them.
uninformed.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
slightly
It's very
informed.
informed. That's what I'm saying. You be selling yourself short. Don't worry. That's why I'm here to make sure make sure you don't sell yourself short. So in saying that, you saying Furia if they matched up against Falcons, they win. Or they
Nah,
could
it's
win.
not that simple. Like,
They could
yeah,
win.
no, I would say yeah. I would say yeah.
So they win.
Falcons might be better overall in terms of they might beat more teams than Fury would be, because they have I'd assume they have pretty different play styles.
They do.
I'd assume Falcons are way more, well, not way more, but more balanced, a more structured team compared to Furia. But I would see Furia beating a BDS before a Falcons beat BDS, if that makes sense. Like, I think Falcons have a higher floor, lower ceiling. Furia higher ceiling, lower floor. But again, like I said, don't know how high or low these floor ceilings are, so we're gonna have to wait and see. Same with the EUNA. I don't like the debates because you're guessing, bro. You're purely guessing. So just wait and see. Everyone, look, tune into the major, and you'll see the region talk get crushed in front of you. That's all you can do, bro. We can speculate this, speculate that, but we will see it with our own eyes.
Oh, that's facts. So I'm trying to get away from the speculation. And so you said the Furia team, and I agree. That Furia team, probably the best SAM team that's ever existed.
Yeah.
Just because they
I
have
would
those three
say so.
players on the same roster. This Falcons
Complexity aren't
squad,
far behind though. If you take Furia out of NA, out of SAM, and you just have Complexity, I'd say they're the best SAM team ever.
yeah, but they
So
added some Europeans. They added some Europeans
True.
in there.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about just pure SAM players, but I'm also with Complexity is really great as well. The Falcons squad, you got the Twins plus TRK. So, and everybody's been talking about, at the moment, Sam and MENA, they haven't won a LAN yet. They've got it close.
yeah.
Falcons finished third in London 2 years ago.
No, second.
Furia, oh, you finished second?
Yeah, we beat them grand finals, bro.
Oh yeah, because Falcons beat V1.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
They did beat V1. They went through uppers and we bracket reset
Oh
them.
yeah, cause you came through the lowest. Yeah. That's right. And then y'all beat Falcons in Game 7 of their first series.
Yeah.
Ah, they were that close. They were that
It was close.
And then Furia beat y'all, and they finished top 4. But that's the highest.
And
we've
they,
seen the
to
SAM
be
team
fair,
since.
they had a close series against BDS as well. That
They did.
team was playing really well that Sunday.
Oh yeah, BDS
Sadly
that day
for me.
Yeah, BD.
No, I meant Furia.
Oh, you said
Furia
was.
went 2-0 up in the series against BDS, if I remember correctly. Like, they were playing really, really well.
Yep, I got it right here. They won game 1 4-3, 3-minute OT. They won game 2 1-0. BDS hit a timeout, and then they won game 3 6-0.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they woke up.
taking all that into consideration, I think Rule 1 finished top 4 in Boston. Looking at these two squads, would you say that Falcons team is the best MENA team you've ever seen? Like, composed roster-wise. I mean, yeah, roster-wise, player for player talent.
It's top 2 easily.
Top 2?
Yeah. But I also think Rule 1 are a really good on paper team. Not as good as Falcons on paper, but yeah, no, Falcons on paper look really good.
Okay. And then, so I guess this is speculation. Now we're getting to speculation. Now we're getting to speculation.
Mm-hmm.
Now
I
we're
mean, the
getting
whole
to speculation.
conversation speculation because we don't know, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you would say they have a good, like, to me, this is the best chance either of those two regions have had and winning the LAN. Like, we've been talking a lot about NAEU, but I think Fury could come in and they could win. I think Falcons could come in and win. Complexity might even come in and do some damage. I think Rule 1, if they make it, they could do something too. So to me, I think that's the best chance out of those two regions. I think we talk all the time about NAEU, but I wouldn't be surprised if a Fury comes in and balls out and Falcons come in and ball out.
Neither. That's kind of what I expect. I expect at least one of them top 8, maybe even top 4.
Okay.
Like one of those two. Like they're I think both of the regions are better than they've ever been.
Mhm.
But if I had to say one was better as a region, I'd say Sam.
Okay.
Sounds like Copenhagen setting up to be a clash.
It's
I
setting
like
up to be an absolute classic.
No,
I
it's
tell you
gonna be
what.
a great land. It's got.
Yeah.
I can get all into Copenhagen, but I really do think that you gotta have about 8 teams, 9 teams at Copenhagen that could potentially win on the day. I think
On
you
the
got
day,
too,
yeah.
I think you got too many talented teams. Too many talented teams. I don't know how the schedule breaks out. All it takes is that one hot championship Sunday, and you own.
Yeah.
And we get the Swiss. Okay, yeah. Now we're cooking here. We're cooking here. I know you don't like speculation, but we're gonna give you more speculation. It's time for the first touch top 10. Let's see
Okay.
where we power rank 10 teams.
Why you say okay like that?
He already like really, bro. All right. Give me number 10.
Oh, we're doing it one by one.
Oh, I like this.
Complexity at 10. Okay.
Complexity
okay.
at 10. Okay.
Not bad. 9.
Solid.
We're 1 and 9.
Oh boy. All right.
Ooh,
We're already messing up.
Swap them two,
Yep.
personally.
Oh, that's supposed to
Alright.
say MENA, but it says NA.
Yeah.
The Squishy joined. Squishy joined.
Okay,
Squishy
Squishy
joined.
joined
There
rule
you go,
one, so
there
we,
you go.
we took him over.
Give me 8. Fury at 8.
Yeah.
8.
Okay. I'd put them a bit
Okay.
higher.
I
Personally.
put
Yeah.
him at 7.
Yeah. Where,
Yeah,
who is
6,
7?
10
James.
G's, bro.
Hey.
And Gio or Fury.
Your
It's
boy
not bad.
First Killer
It's not
roll.
bad.
Nah,
It's not bad.
Nah, bro. First Killer is looking like a shell of himself right now.
Bruh, okay, we'll talk about that later. 6.
Okay, okay.
Falcons is 6. All right,
Mm.
all right.
Okay. I don't mind that.
Yeah, I don't mind it now.
That's fair.
Let's go. We're in the top 5. What's 5? Gentlemates at
Gentlemates.
5.
I
I
want
don't
to see what
mind
number
that.
But this
4.
is predictable now.
After a top 8, that's fair.
I want to
I'd
see what
say.
number 4 is.
Predictable.
Number 4.
Ooh.
Vitality.
Okay.
3.
Right now, that's not that hard. Like that's not
Wait,
that hard.
what?
Oh,
Hold on, bro.
I
Hold
disagree with this
What
one,
is my-
personally.
What are my people doing, bro?
Hold on now.
Give me
What's
2.
Bro, I'm about to be like
I'll
TBates
take
and disassociate from the list, man.
I'll take it. I'll take a 2. I'll take a 2.
Give me 1.
I'll take a 2. I like that. I like that. I like that.
Insane,
I like the
bro.
1 and 2 right there. I like
is
that. I mess with it.
insanity.
I mess with that. I mess with the 1 and 2. That's a good list. Good first touch list right there. I mess with that. I like that.
Bro, who'd you pay?
I like the top 4 actually. I honestly the whole entire list is good. Outside of
Bro,
rule 1,
who'd you
somebody
pay? Who'd you pay, D-Bates? Like, what, like how many people on our
Okay.
team did you?
So how many people are in this isn't just you 3, right? It's like the
The whole
It's the team.
crew?
the whole crew.
Yeah,
Okay.
8.
Do you wanna do I don't know if we have time, but do you wanna do us 4, our 4's list, so you guys can, express yourselves better without the behind the scenes guys getting the votes.
Make that on a graphic.
Make our
I don't
own,
know
make
if
like mix and match our own lists.
Chris, post that on Twitter right now.
I don't know if we can make a graphic for it. I don't know if we can do
Because
that.
Lipopedia's always posted a list before we get a tweet out.
It's already up.
Just me
Look how we
personally,
got it.
Obviously,
talk to me,
having
family.
only played NA, but I don't like the way I see it is BDS should be 2 or we should be 2 because I don't think there's like
Who's
where
one?
is the gap? Sorry,
Who's 1 if you're 2?
bro, you can't. I don't think you can have that much of a separation between us and PDS when we've beat them game 7 OT by 1 goal and we reverse swept them once. Like where are G2 fitting in that like little gap? Like it should be us BDS either first or second, or us BDS second and third. Like I don't understand how they can be a team in the middle. There's no room for a team in the middle.
Hey, I tried to tell him this earlier in the show. It's the top 2 teams.
So it's no team. There's no room for you in the middle. So is either G2 is better than y'all or they're worse.
Yeah, pretty much.
I like to see. That's why I got my tiers. That's why I got my tiers. Those top 4 teams. That's my tier. That's my tier 1. That's my tier 1 in Rocket League right at the moment. That's why I like. That's why I like.
I think that's fair to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
That makes sense.
Man, Maybe we should go for the top 10 instead. We just do the FT tier list.
That would be
That'd
But
probably
then
be better.
then people are gonna be like, are these ranked left to right? And
Yeah, I
then
know.
it's
It
cooked.
just be too much
Yeah.
speculation. I don't feel like doing
Yeah.
that. I don't feel like dealing with that. They can just take the numbers. G2 or 2 though. Do I agree with that? I don't know.
But you were saying you agreed.
I think I do.
Like,
I think I do. I think I do
But
like that too.
do you get my point about
do
me
get your
saying
point, though.
like there's no space for a team in the middle?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like I get that analysis because y'all and BDS are so close and the games are so close.
Yeah.
So how are you putting somebody above that? So
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean,
But
how are
how
you
can
putting
it be
somebody in
closer?
between that? In between that.
Yeah.
So it's either G2 is just better or they're worse. So I understand that. So either
Yeah.
G2 would be 1 or G2 would be 3, but they're not
Yeah.
gonna be 2. I got you. Okay. I
So
see that.
Raul, you said something about FK there when Gen G came up.
yeah,
I'm not trying to instigate, but what do you mean by that? Because I haven't watched them.
Well, he doesn't look like the same FK that I've seen dominate North America, or at least be the top of North America in the past 2 regionals that I've watched him play. Like, hopefully it comes back, but he just seems super uncomfortable on this team, or like he's taken a step back from, I don't know,
Like
what
carrying.
what he was initially doing.
Would you say that's like him or like them as a roster? Like, do you think that's down
I-
to him playing bad or like worse, or
Well,
just the way they play, he can't play how he wants to?
Yeah, I think it's the way they play, because I don't think Abjack's playing that well either. Like, I think Abjack was playing better last season as well. I'm not sure. I don't really rate. I mean, I've said this publicly. I don't rate Chronic as highly as everyone else does. I think he's a solid player. I think he's a solid player on the top team, but I don't like, people consider him like a superstar, and I don't consider him that. But yeah, Abjack and FK just don't look as strong as they did last season.
So would you make the argument that maybe Gen G aren't like, maybe NA's not like the 2-team region that people thought, and it's more like a 3-4 team kind of thing? Because from what I've heard and what I've been like told, I haven't watched, like I said, but I've heard that like Gen G, obviously they lost to M80. Oh no, there's like a
Yeah, they did.
3-way thing that
Yeah,
happens at NA where like they beat some team and lose to some team every time.
Yeah, they literally beat every other team but M80 and G2. Like, they don't lose to
Okay.
like anybody else. But
But M80 get through Swiss and then
and
They
then
lose in brackets.
lose to every yeah.
No
Yeah.
matter who it is.
Mhm.
So
It's-
would you
it's-
say NA's a 2-team region? Like people expected, like the 2 super teams and then everyone else? Because right now, what I've been like told and what I'm looking at rankings wise, it doesn't look that way. It looks like G2 are maybe a step above, and then there's a few teams fighting for that
Yep.
2, 3, like
I'm-
Luminosity, Big, M80,
I'm with
even
you,
OG.
right? Yeah, I'm right with you. I think NA's a 1-team region, and then there's a huge gap where teams are fighting. That's what I claimed first week. But I want to see Gen G bounce back, and they definitely have the potential to be one of the top teams, but it's just not looking great right now. They
Bro, I
look
was looking
out
at
of
the
sync.
rankings. There's 8 teams on like, there's 4 teams on 15 points, 1 team on 16.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yep.
You got SSG in there. But this NA regional is going to be crazy. Surely there's like a world where there's like 5-6 team tiebreaker.
If Dignitas loses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends too as well on how that works. Actually, we could dive into that right now.
Oh, he's got to do
Oh,
data.
let me cook. Unintentional transition. Okay.
Unintentional transition. We are going to talk about punch scenarios for the weekend. Don't cut to me yet. I gotta get ready.
Cut to you immediately.
I gotta make sure I got all this stuff up. Hold up. All right. Why does it look like this? Oh, I know why. All right, now you can cut to me. Ladies and gentlemen, bring out the board. My goodness gracious. Okay, first things first, we're going to start. These are all clinch situations brought to you by Direct, okay? So big shout outs to Direct for being able to help create this and for us to use here on this show. This is why my camera's been messed up the entire time, by the way. It's because I've been saving up for this moment. First things first, you have Limitless and Young Money Clan. Can you guys see this okay? Is it legible? I can zoom it in. We can make it work. Okay. Obviously, you have the point totals at the top, but Limitless basically clinch with 3rd, 4th, or better. Young Money Clan, who's moving, by the way, to SSA to play on their servers for this, they'll be eliminated if they get top 4 or worse. So they have to make finals for a chance. But
This is going to
Limitless-
be, sorry to cut you off, Taz,
No,
but
you're
I
perfect.
think this is going to be a very controversial SSA regional because if what I think is going to happen is going to happen, we're going to see maybe Young Money Clan throw in the Swiss so that they end up on the same side of the bracket, because if they let the bracket play out how they should or how they normally would, Limitless are just going to make it because they've got a basically guaranteed top 2. So I believe that there's going to be some sniping going on in the bracket, and Young Money Clan and Limitless might play before the top 4 game or the top 2 game. Sorry,
They play in that quarterfinals.
I believe that might happen. Yeah.
Well, Young Money Clan just got put on blast by Ross. Have you ever had a
I
plan
mean,
like
the
that? Now you got every
conspiracy
single
theories.
RLCS referee. They're watching every single one of your games.
I mean, it's gonna happen, bro. Let's be real. Let's be real. It's gonna happen.
That'll be interesting. That'll be really
If they want to
interesting.
make major, they've got no other option.
This weekend, by the way, we're 2 days from that. Let's talk Sam. Sam, this one is also pretty similar here. Obviously, you see everybody really close in points. Fury clinch with second. Complexity clinch with a regional win. NIP clinches with at least tiebreaker with a regional win. And for everybody else, Crew, W7M, Team Secret, they have to get grand finals. No, wait, they have to win. Especially, we can always go into the specifics here. Of course, Furia, they can clinch it. They're basically, their run is dependent on Complexity and NIP's run. If NIP finish top 4 or worse, and if they don't win, then Furia is kind of pretty much in a good spot. But Complexity as well. They're also watching Complexity and NIP. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing for these two. Yep, things kind of flip here a little bit between Complexity and NIP, just name-wise, but kind of same situations. If you look at Crew, they clinched major with a regional win, but they need Complexity and NIP to do poorly. And same thing for W7M and Team Secret. So that's what's going on here in Sam right now. And that's what's going to be the case for this weekend. So you are going to want to keep it locked in, seeing how all these teams perform, because the region is very tight competitive wise. Like, people probably are underrating NIP, but they made the grand finals in the last event. So keep watching that. We'll move over to APAC next. Elevate and Gladiators are tied right now with points. Only one team can go through. Gladiators is Virtuoso's team. For those who didn't know, roster change happened over the course of the offseason. They clinch with a regional win. Whoever wins between Elevate and Gladiators clinches. Chapati Dream, Detonator, Sailing are in the running, but they have to make sure luck is on their side as well. So we're really just watching that Elevator Gladiators matchup to see how things work in that aspect. Move over to OCE. Power has already clinched 2 back-to-backs. Power is going to be going for the sweep of the split.
Their first seed as well, right?
They
Guaranteed?
are, I believe. Yes, they are. Chiefs is right behind them, but Chiefs is in a 3-way tie with Gremlins, Pioneers, and you have Ground Zero and Kaka's Minions, who are also kind of in that running here as well. Whoever wins the regional between all those teams does clinch the major. Of course, if we want to look at things here, again, for Chiefs, make grand finals, make sure no one else wins. Who's in that overall running.
Yeah.
If Power makes it through, then you're fine. That same thing's echo between all the other teams here as well. So nothing too crazy. We go shift over to MENA. Rule 1 has clinched. Same way for Power. Rule 1 take the win. Falcons have clinched. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Rule 1 clinches with a top 4 or better. So that's what you're looking at there. But they also have to watch out for, all the other teams, Bravado, RA, Twisted Minds. They're kind of catching up. There's a big tie gap there, which could happen. I mean, some of these teams are really good. I know we talk about a gap, but with the nerves here, does play a part here. So for Rule 1, just makes top 4 or finishes top 8 and make sure that none of the other teams win. That's basically, if Falcons win, Rule 1 are happy.
Yeah, I think Rule 1 are pretty safe. I think they've got it pretty locked in.
Yeah, I agree.
And then now we'll move on to NA. So North America standings, G2 has clinched. Of course, they're going for the third win too, being the first NA team to sweep a split. We'll talk about that a little later. JG is right behind them. They clinch with a top 11 or better. LG clinches with a top 4 or better. And then for all the other teams, the clinch is from the regional wins, but obviously there's more to it than that. We go to Gen G specifically. Like I said, they look pretty good right now. Look, all they got to do is make top 8. I haven't seen them not make a top 8 or be in that danger, so kind of okay for them.
Yeah, I think we're safe.
Luminosity here. I know there's a lot of Luminosity fans.
It's a lot of
Top
words.
4, yeah, top 4 are better. I'll try to summarize this. Top 8 need a little bit of help, but the help is not too wild. You need 7 of these things to happen. A lot of this is, so you have NRG, Rebellion, TSM not winning. Some of you guys, if you want to jump the gun, you could probably say that's 3. So then you need 4 more, and it's just other teams not making top 4.
Yeah.
So
A top 8 will do it for Luminosity. I'd be pretty sound to say that, I think.
Yeah,
I agree.
I think so as well. Dignitas, they're boot camping over the weekend. Oh my goodness, the list just expanded over here.
Too many words.
A lot of words. Need a win. If they finish second, they need all of the other teams to not win. So
That's realistic. Are they
OG,
finishing second?
Pirates, SSG. What'd you say?
Are they finishing second?
Okay, they might not be. If they're finishing top
There we go.
4, then you need other teams to not win. You have to make sure Rebellion, NRG, SSG, Pirates, OG, M80 finish top 4 or worse. They can finish top 4, but if they finish under Dignitas, because Dignitas has that 1 point lead on them, then Dignitas make the major. Dignitas are in a great spot right now. They are basically leading the race. So as long as they continue to go as far as the top 4, they're totally fine. M80, of course. M80, OG, Pirates on a boat, they're all in similar situations. That top 4, having to make sure these other teams under them don't really finish as well as them.
I think the easiest way to summarize is that if Dignitas gets 6 points, they'll be at 22. So basically, if G2 and Gen G are on the same side of the bracket, that then opens the door for M80, a Dig, OG, Pirates, and Bow, etc. If they're not on the same side of the bracket, and then that really hurts everybody's chances of passing up Dignitas, because you could potentially
Run into them.
It basically comes down to who doesn't play G2 and Gen G in the first round.
Yeah.
I think that's the most simple way. It's kind of out of your control in a way for all these teams.
Unless an M80 finally like beats the allegations in the most clutch moment. I want to see M80 make it, if I'm honest. Like, obviously European, blah blah blah, but I think Nas is a really, really good player. So I think he deserves to be at majors.
Yeah, I think so as well. But that's all the regions covered up for basically the world, except for Europe, because we'll wait a week and then we'll talk more Europe here. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for Data with Daz. Oh,
Appreciate the stats, bro. Also, big shout out to Direct. He must put.
yes.
I don't even know how much time he puts into this, but the fact that he's got like these spreadsheets and stuff, like, shout out him. It's insane that he puts the time in to do all that.
Yeah, that's a crazy amount of time. A lot of words.
Yeah.
That's a lot of words every time. The list just keeps getting bigger and bigger. But he's been doing it well. Let's move on though. Those are major scenarios. Let's roll it. We only got so much time left in the show, but I want to at least get to the major round. G2, can G2 sweep the split? DeMar's camera will pop back up eventually. Can G2 sweep the split? We're gonna do yeses or nos. I want to know. DeMar, can G2 sweep the split?
Yes.
Yes, and yes means that they're going to sweep it. By the way,
gonna
Yes,
sweep.
yes means yes, bro. Yeah.
Yes.
okay. Okay. So, I got yes from Raul Finley.
They will. It's not can. I think it's unless they troll, I think it'll be a 3-peat for G2.
Okay, give me a sweep. Yes, yes, I believe they're finished the job to get it done. Moving on,
Yep.
Major Bound. Again, at least to this conversation. Who will represent NA in Copenhagen? We just talked about it. The chances and odds of it.
Yeah.
It's
That's a
about
bigger
who's gonna be about it and making it. DeMar, who are your 4 teams that make it? You see the points we just talked about. You see the standings up on your screen. 4 teams. Give me them now.
G2, Gen G, Luminosity. Whew, that last one. I'm going to say Space Station Gaming.
Oh,
Dang. Okay.
I think
I see
Space
it.
Station Gaming are under the radar right now. and they've been plagued by some top 8 brackets that haven't been, that haven't been the best first round matchups. They play G&G and G2 every time. They don't do that. They get enough points to push through, and I'm betting on that more than the other. So
Okay. Roll.
I'm going G2, Gen G, Luminosity, and Muffin Men. This is Squishy's last
joking.
ride. He's gonna make it.
Bro.
all right, he's trolling.
Okay.
Bro.
All right,
He's
bro. We're
trolling.
done with you. Stop
Bro.
trolling, bro. Stop trolling, bro. Pick your 4 teams, man. Stop playing.
What, bro? I did.
Okay, whatever. Finley.
All right.
Me, I'm gonna go G2, Gen G. I think they're pretty locked. Luminosity, I think they'll close it out. And the last one, I've got between 3. I want to say my boy Nas, but I also want to say SSG.
So you got to pick one.
I'm gonna go M80. I'm gonna back it.
He's
I'm
going
gonna
to
I
back
M80.
like it. I like it.
I like that. Okay, I'm going to go G2, Gen G, Luminosity, and I'll go OG Esports. I'll tell you why. Okay,
I like that as well.
M80 is going to go 3-0 in the Swiss again.
Okay.
OG's going to go 3-2 in the Swiss. And then OG's going to beat M80 first round.
That's possible. Very
That's
possible.
exactly how it's going to go down. Y'all can come fact check me about it in this. I'm guaranteeing it's going to happen. I'm confident. I'm confident it's going to be the way it happens. But we all got good squads. NA gameplay's going to be nice. All right, DeMar, I move this along a little bit, but I know we got time.
Yeah. So we are definitely at time. Can we do really quickly before we close out, just for the other regions, who do we have making it through? So for OCE, you already have Power. Who's your OCE team that you got going through?
I don't know.
That's real. That's real.
I'm gonna say Pioneers
It better be Gus.
Why?
Wait,
Why?
what?
Why, Daz? Why? Tell me why.
because Pioneers
Who's on the roster? Who's on the roster?
Pioneers is Scrub and Fist Fiber.
Okay.
Like, so first of all, they got the names. Like they were supposed.
Yeah.
This was supposed to be an OCE super team. It's not doing the super team thing, but now with the major on the line, I feel they come through, they handle business.
Disrespect to Gus.
I
I'm
just
taking
wanna-
Chiefs, Gus.
I'm hearing some Gus getting gassed up, so I'm going Chiefs.
Okay, listen, I want to provide the context. He's gassing up Gus because he didn't know who he was 3 weeks ago.
That's right.
But neither did
Well,
I.
now
No one
I
did.
do. Gus is making it. Gus.
All right, and
Show us the
originally,
way.
Gus Daniel online. I can't wait.
Gus-
Okay.
I second that. I second that.
I just want to put out there. I'm laughing. I really don't know. I do know the players on the teams. I've been watching some OCE because CJ streams are funny. But I don't understand how Power should only drop like 2 games the whole entire time. I don't get that. I don't think on paper they're that much better, but they're winning like that. So it's interesting to me. Originally, I had Power Pioneers making it, but in current form, I think I'll go with the Chiefs. I like the Chiefs. I think I'll go Power and Chiefs.
Listen,
Give
I'm
me
here
those
for
two.
I'm here for the Gus Daniel masterclass. Okay, like, if we get that, I'll be
Next.
happy. Next one. What is the next one? Boom. SSA. Limitless or YMC?
Limitless.
I'd go Limitless
I'm going
Limitless.
Limitless. I'm going
because I
Limitless.
think Young Money Clan are now under too much of a spotlight to be able to troll series, and that's on me.
That's on you.
That's
That
on
is
me.
indeed on you.
I'm looking
But I
out for
like it,
I'm
though.
looking out for the South African brothers over there. I'm looking
That's
out. for
right.
you,
That's
so-
right. Call, you know what I'm saying? Call that out. Okay, we're all good with Limitless. What's the next one? Ba-da-ba-ba. Ooh, APAC. Elevate.
Gotta take my boy
Gladiators.
Rise. I
Huh?
realize. I said Rise. I'm gonna realize.
I was gonna
Alright.
say it, bro. I ain't gone to
Alright.
China yet. Calm down. I'm still here.
Okay. Elevate Gladiators or Chapati Dream. Which one, boys?
Gladiators.
Gladiators.
Oh wait, no. Gladiators is vote team now. My
Yeah,
bad.
yeah,
I
yeah,
forgot.
yeah.
Yeah, Gladiators. I'd say.
I think they're both tight. I guess I'll go Gladiators since they're more proven. But LCT has been at the lands, but I mean you got Max Vert, you still got to realize. I think you got to go Gladiators here to clutch
I'd
up.
go Gladiators.
Don't troll. Who's next? Mina. Oh, we
Easy.
already know
Falcons roll one. I don't even
Roll
need to
one.
talk about that. That's a
pretty
no
Next.
locked
conversation.
Standard.
Sounds gonna
Damn.
be interesting. Yeah.
Because see, the interesting part of this is that Fury, if Fury and Complexity play
Yeah, exactly.
in the semis again, Nip could make it all the way to the grand finals. But they're up by
I'd say Fury and Complexity are just too. I think they'll be
But they're up
1
by
and 2.
4 points, though. Yeah. So
I
actually,
think
even if
they'll be
Nip
one
makes
and two.
two.
even if Nip makes second,
could be a
Complexity would have
tiebreaker.
to be Furia. No, if Furia makes grand finals, but Complexity finishes 3rd, 4th, They'll have 9 points. That's 36. Nip will get 12. That's the no, never mind.
Yeah, it could be interesting.
It could be a tiebreaker between Complexity and Nip.
But I would say Fury or Complexity, I'd back them two to go through.
Yeah, I gotta
Yeah, I
go with
agree.
it.
Yeah,
Furious
I
got
think so.
the super team, and I still think my boy Christian can pull up when it matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, on a
back
first
it.
name basis.
Y'all now on a first name basis, bro. I think I'll go Fury Complexity because even if Complexity ends up getting third, fourth, they'll get a tiebreaker with Nip. I think they can beat Nip in that series. Give me Complexity. Complexity Fury.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And yep, I already see it. Copenhagen Major. We're gonna figure out who's going this weekend for the most part.
Yep.
It's gonna be a blast. It's gonna be a blast. So everybody keep it locked in. Of course, EU qual is also going to be happening this weekend as well. So there's a chance. I mean, we're gonna see some exciting Rocket League. No doubt about that. And we'll be here next week to talk about it. So of course, keep it locked in on everybody's socials. You have it here on the screen. Rise, thank you so much for joining us today. It's always a pleasure to have you on.
No, thank you guys for having me on. I've had a lot of fun. It's been very enjoyable. I hope it's been enjoyable for everyone watching as well. But yeah. Hit him with the line, Daz. Do it.
You're right. And listen, on behalf of everyone who supported the show today, thank you guys so much. Roll Days TBates, of course, excellent as always, and the staff behind the scenes. We appreciate you guys so much for what you guys do. Thank you guys for tuning in to First Touch. We'll see you next week. 1, 2, toodaloo. We out.